Nice to
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, project you like by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Yeah. I'm here yet again. Travis is here. We're waiting for Impact Wrestling to start. Sadly, this is what it's come down to, ladies and gentlemen. I'm used to looking over here, but the camera's over here because I'm playing Fight Forever. So I might keep looking over here and talking to you out of pure body reaction. I don't know.
Hey,
What's up, Travis?
Look at it this way. Even if Impact isn't good, which there's a chance it won't be, even if it's not, we're pulling down, views and numbers and all that for it. So if it's nothing else, it's worth it just for that.
Shut your positive ass up, man. I'm sick of you coming in here every couple of minutes. And just so you know, I don't need the shades to actually have a character or a gimmick because I was born a character. I was born with a gimmick. The doctor slapped me on the ass and I got up, I turned around and I knocked him the fuck out. And don't you ever forget it, Travis.
That sounds like a New Yorker, all right.
I'm not a New Yorker. I'm fucking Greek. Stop calling me a New Yorker. I'm European. I'm better than everything that New York or Texas or any of these stupid fucking towns where these wrestling shows take place.
So wait, hold on. So were you actually born in Greece?
No, man, I am Greece. Do you understand that my father was Thanos and Mount Olympus and Zeus all wrapped into one big fucking gyro sandwich and it turned into me? Does that make sense?
Sounds good.
I'm trolling hard today, Travis, but it's okay.
You are, but you know what? That's okay. Because luckily, I'm like somebody told me this the other night. They're like, well, Savage is like the Corey Graves and you're the Byron Saxton. I'm like, no, I'm still better looking than Byron. But other than that, I'm okay with him being him.
Damn, Byron Saxton taking shots at
Byron.
Byron. Stop taking shots at the WWE employees. Listen, we're only allowed to take shots at the B shows, like the AEW and Impact.
Or like
can't take shots at the A show.
Or like this, where they're actually recapping that horrible he set him on fire crap.
It's not horrible. It's the best thing that ever happened on Impact Television, according to Bully Ray.
Bully is so far, as far as I've seen, he's like Meltzer. He loves certain types of things, and like you can't tell him he's wrong. You can't tell him, no, I don't like that. I don't think that was good. No, it's like it's impossible.
Let me tell you something. There's a challenge on this game, an achievement where you have to I think get the A+ on the road to the elite.
Yeah.
You got to play it on elite to have a chance of getting the points you need.
And even then, it's like you can't lose even a single match.
Yeah. You have to have a perfect fucking. I don't know I think you can lose the battle royal and still get it. I'm not sure.
So Mick Thomas did.
See, right now, let me knock off the rails because who cares? This is about Impact tonight, and I have Impact on. And on my screen, I'm looking at Scott D'Amore, who's apparently getting in the ring with Bully Ray this Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
How stupid is Scott D'Amore? Who does Scott D'Amore think he is to step in the ring with Bully Ray? Because you can sit there and talk all the trash you want about Bully Ray, but let me tell you something about Bully Ray. You know who Bully Ray really is? He's part of the second greatest tag team of all time, after Legion of Doom. And he'd be the first one to tell you that Legion of Doom was number one, or the Road Warriors, whatever you want to call them. But Bully Ray and the Dudley Boys, Devon and Bully, they did their thing. They made their history. They had their moments.
I'm not saying that it doesn't still exist in today's era, but wrestlers from that era seem to be a lot more humble. Like Jake the Snake Roberts in an interview said, they asked him, they said, since you have the best DDT, and he said, well, actually I did it. He said, in my opinion, Raven has the best DDT. He goes, I signed off on that DDT. I think it was the best. And I was like, wrestlers from that generation, for whatever reason, were just so much
I
more
told Jake
humble.
the Snake he should have been WWF champion. He's like,
Oh,
I
he should
didn't
have
need
been.
it. He said
no
I didn't
question.
need it.
So tonight we're starting off with the Rascals, evidently.
Yeah,
coming
you
out.
go ahead and do play-by-play commentary because you need practice. Pretend you are. This is good practice too. It's like simulation.
Yeah.
Try to be.
So out comes.
I'll give you.
Zachary-
I'll name a commentator, and I want you to try to mimic that commentator.
So out comes
Alright?
Zachary Wentz.
Here we go.
who
I want you to be Booker T.
God, can't I be better than that?
We're gonna start at the bottom of the spectrum.
Anyways, so out comes Zachary Wentz, who I'm actually very interested.
Shucky Ducky.
I'm interested to see because he hasn't wrestled in quite some time, ever since all that crap came out about him. I don't know if it was true or not. I just know there was a lot of stuff about him, and WWE released him, and that's why Wes
Is that
is
this
now
match right now? Is this what we're getting?
Mm-hmm.
This
Is
one
it going to
right
be
here?
good? Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I like I think Ace Austin and Chris Bay are two of the
Nick
most.
Thomason's in the house. Nick Thomason's in the house.
I think Ace Austin and Chris Bay are two guys that I could see at some point making their way to AEW and having really good
And
matches.
doing what? They're gonna be losers there.
I mean, I don't know if they book them right, but they never will.
There's too many guys ahead of them on the fucking line right now, man. How many other tag teams deserve gold right now? And anyway, if MJF has his way, it's going to be a funny year. A lot of people are going to be upset. He's about to hijack the tag team division and be like, you clowns can't figure it out, so I'm going to come help you out.
And, isn't it nice of him to do that? He knows those clowns can't figure it out. So being the kind, giving, wonderful person that MJF is, he's going to do it for them.
I got to back out of this. I got to play ranked. I can't do this road to the elite shit right now. It's too annoying.
No.
I wish you could truly just... When it says skip, it should take you right back to what you're doing that day. You shouldn't have to sit there and watch yourself, congratulate yourself, or get hurt in the gym.
I mean, I agree. Road to Elite was the most disappointing part of the game for me. I wanted it to be more like season mode from the old SmackDown versus Raws.
Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to play ranked until I lose, and then when I lose, I'm creating the greatest professional wrestler of all time. It's going to be bad.
Hey, if he looks anything like your Street Fighter character, I'll be behind it.
No, I don't remember what my Street Fighter character looked like.
He looked like a bigger version of you.
Well, the greatest of all time. No, it's not me. I'm going to make Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, yeah.
Oh, I hope they have a leg drop as a finisher.
So we start out with a Zachary Wentz and Chris Bay locking up. Now Zachary drives him into the corner and I'd say repeated blows, but it looked like he only got like two, and then they started arguing with each other. Now Chris Bay backing him up now, and Wentz is doing the whole,
I've seen Chris Bay live. He's good. He can go.
Oh yeah, so can Ace Austin. Chris Bay is
I believe
very
I saw him take on VSK at Creative Pro.
I wish at the top of my head, I'm drawing a blank on that.
VSK is he plays Jeeves on AEW. The Butler.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Really good. Really good. Gotcha. Talented guy. He's like another Mike Bailey. Tonight I'm excited to see Mike Bailey.
Zachary Wentz is doing his little hippy-dippy, flippy stuff. Chris Bay does a kip up and off goes his headband. That was entertaining. Oh, and now he's doing the Rascals.
Listen, that was a nice Hurricane Rana. That was a nice drop.
It was. And see, that's how you go off the middle rope correctly. Not one of those. I can't.
Sunset flip. No. Straight rollover. Base stays on top. Sweep. Nice sweep. Goes for the drop kick to the face. Misses. Kick out. I don't even know why I go for the cover there. These guys are playing hopscotch now. Nice stomp to the shoulder area.
I'm a little bit behind you, so.
I'll stop now. You can take the next.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So let's see. Like he said, stomp to the shoulder area. And now Chris Bay is getting him up, motioning for something, chops. You know, other than I'll never get when wrestlers. Hey, Steven Chambers. When wrestlers act like they go for like chops and stuff, because unless you're Gunther, those chops really aren't going to be that impressive.
That's not always true. Some of these guys prop hard, but you can tell. Listen, if there's no red marks on the chest, they're obviously not hitting with intent to hurt.
Now we're getting them arguing on the outside, and Zachary Wentz just drops Chris Bay with a really impressive thrust kick. And now him and Ace Austin are arguing as Zachary Wentz is putting the boots to Chris Bay on the outside. It's so hard for me not to call him by his WWE name.
These guys are like all the same size too.
No, yeah, and that is actually one of the things that Impact does pretty well. Is normally they don't put huge guys in there.
They don't have any huge guys.
Sorry.
Who's the biggest guy in Impact right now, size-wise?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to comment on this. I think it's a good thing. I think, well, we all knew it was going to be Ibushi, Steven Chambers. There's no question of that. And then as far as Pac goes, I actually like this because it further continues the whole will they, won't they of Chris Jericho. I didn't want them to pull the trigger on that immediately. I don't think that would have been a good idea. Jay saying the same thing I was going to say. Who's the biggest guy in Impact right now? Bully Ray.
Bully Ray. Actually, I think PCO is bigger than Bully Ray, unless he burned all his flesh off.
No. Bully Ray is bigger. It's just not taller that we're talking about here.
I don't know. PCO looks pretty big. Bully lost a lot of weight.
Oh, actually, you know what? You're right. It could be Moose. Moose is a pretty big dude. I've met Moose in real life, and he's even bigger than he looks on TV.
Call the action, you silly fucker, while I get my ass kicked by
Chris Bay just did like went for a lariat, but then it was a chop, and it was like, what? Anyways, so Chris Bay in the corner now, running up, hits his I guess leaping cross body, then a kick to the back of the head. He's now going up top.
They're not giving me any other counters.
Up top. That was weird. That was almost like a diving elbow that somehow turned into a.
Jeff's in here.
Oh, I thought you were
saying.
Not
one fucking counter, man. This fucking laggy ass ranked garbage.
Well, as long as you're having fun.
Shut your ass up. Does it look like I'm having fun right now?
No, I don't know, but it's entertaining.
My mother of God, hit him. What's up, bitch?
Wentz goes for a double foot stomp, misses, kick to the head from Bay. Now a kick, super kick from Wentz. Goes for an enziguri, but misses. Bay is now going to hit him with the sunset flip powerbomb. Or that might have been the Canadian Destroyer. I think it was a sunset flip powerbomb.
Get the fuck up, Malachi, with this garbage.
Let's see. Bay now motioning that he's going to do.
Yo, how does he not,
I don't know about that, Steven Chambers. I think that, Bully Ray might still be bigger than Scott D'Amore, even weight-wise. Because you got to remember, muscle weighs more than fat, so...
This guy's countering everything he's saying, and he's in danger in countering things. How does that even make sense?
Cheat machine.
I gotta put this guy to sleep, but I can't even get a
move
and I
still have it unlocked, Brody.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
Zachary Wentz, your winner with 1, 2, 3. So, Rascal win. Now Trash Talking, our tag team champions.
I'm making a character right now. I'm sick of this shit. And that's not even going to help.
Yeah, because it's really not. You know why? You know how you make your custom character stronger? You got to go through Road to Elite.
Terrible.
Rascal's motioning for that. And now we're getting how Dirty Dongo beat Heath earlier tonight.
McThomason wants you on, man. What's this clown still doing, man? Get back to WWE and give us the Cobra.
He's giving us
the
a Cobra.
security doing a good job of holding him back, though. Props to the security, because Santino Morella's powerful. What a cheap shot by that piece of crap. Who's the piece of crap that just gave the cheap shot on Santino? Oh, my God, it's Dangle? Dirty Dangle. He really is dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty Dangle, man, rolling back in the ring. Apparently, this was earlier on BTI, before the Impact.
Yeah.
That's the real original name. Before the Impact.
I mean, better than AEW Dark.
Why does Darby Allin have gold pants on? What's happening right now?
Oh, somebody edited the attire. So they're saying that since they beat Ace Austin and Chris Bay, they're next in line for that. Santino says, "I did see you and good, but I also see that you cheat." He says, "That's besides the match. I never said for 1 second that if you win the match, you're in the match at Slammiversary." He goes, "Did you make this up in your own mind or something? You're not in the match." Director of Authority has spoken, and Trey Miguel says you're going to regret that.
Regret what?
Saying that they're not in the match, that they're not getting a title match at Slammiversary.
Nah, they're not going to regret a fucking thing.
I don't know. Dirty Dongo's making Santino regret a lot. Like, why did I continue to stay in this business?
Oh,
Now it's a commercial break, so. Oh, so what's everyone doing tonight? Anybody just, other than trying to stay, safe and not.
This guy just gets up from a hard DDT. Like, get your ass up, bitch.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm weird. AEW is another one of those games that I enjoy, but I don't play online against other people much. Jay, but the same thing could be said of AEW or I don't know about WWE, but there's particularly, yes, Impact and AEW, the commercials are usually longer than the actual show is.
Get your ass up. Get your fucking ass up. I'm fucking sick of it. Get up. Let's see it. Eat this shit. Fucking eat it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Fuck you. You get up. Get the fuck up.
Well,
got him.
Yes, they'll probably interfere with the Dirty Dongo and Santino match at Slammiversary.
Get up. What's up, Darby? Oh, yeah. I got it. Oh, give me that. Oh, give it to me. Give me the counter. Give me the... Oh, you motherfucker. I had it. Got him. Gotta counter this. We got it.
You got the win? Good.
Oh, right now it's over. Right now it's over. It's about. Bye. 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 Right now it's a win. Here it comes. Ready? Get up. We're going to hit him again with it because we're not done. We're going to do it again. He's a piece of shit. He's getting abused. Now we're going to taunt. Now he's going to get up. You know what's coming? Black Mass. Oh, no? It's okay.
I mean, Steven Chambers, that's a completely
Black Mass.
Accurate thing to say.
And you know what's sad? I don't know how, but he managed to get caught up in the ropes for some kind of nonsense.
Yeah, it happens.
I should have been a rap right there. He got caught. Oh, it's kind of pissed me off. It's all right. I'll get him right now. Little. He's hanging around for a. Get up. Get up. Oh, he really countered that. Really. This game's incredible. Thank you.
Incredible good or incredibly bad?
Incredibly stupid. Look at this. Now he's going to hit me with a special. I'm probably going to lose right now, too. That's what's insane.
It's funny, we're both playing the same game, and yet I'm like, I don't know. I just don't like playing online against other people because normally other people are pieces of shit like this guy is. And we're back to Impact.
People are people, man.
True, but back to Impact, and now they're showing Alex Shelley. He says at long last it was Alex Shelley's time when they won a thing. Now they're showing how Magnus has been Nick Aldis has been a champion several times. They're showing his heel turn when he laid out, what's his name? Alex Shelley, who, quite frankly, I'd actually rather see Nick Aldis win. Nick Aldis comes across as a champion. Alex Shelley, not so much.
Oh, let's go. Get up. How does he counter that every fucking time? Yo, this kid's hit me with his stupid fucking code red garbage.
I don't know what's going on. My custom character had a 10-0 record.
This doesn't make any sense right here.
He had a 10-0 record the other day. Now he's back to 1-0, and I'm like, does it just reset my record every day?
Look, and I countered it. I was able to counter it.
Beating the odds, including this generation, I did it. This is your proof that Alex Shelley is one of the best wrestlers in the world, he says. I mean, he's not, but, you know. Earlier that night, all this is on showing how Aldis became the #1 contender by beating, I think Heath was who he
I was
pinned.
holding on to the ropes. How did he hit me? Oh, thank you. Get your ass up. This is actually a crazy match right now that we're having.
Showing how Nick Aldis was actually not one of...
Let's go! Let's go! Fuck you! No, he fucking countered it. How the fuck did he come on? Fucking insane. Oh my God.
In theory, Steven Chambers, because you're asking why do WWE and Impact always show what happened the week before, like that's somehow necessary.
This game is so fucking bad. It really is. I don't even know why I'm playing it. Fucking bad. How? How? Nick Aldis, this guy.
Yeah. What about him? I'm lost.
All right, we all get it. He's a champion, yes. I mean, that's probably why they put the title on Shelby, just so they can give it right to this guy.
Oh, here's hoping. I'd much rather see Nick Aldis. Steven Chambers, that's not a joke. That's accurate. I mean, that I don't know how a accurate thing can be a joke, but anyways. We're seeing about how last week Shelley came out, beat the crap out of Aldis before Leo Rush got involved, and they're showing you that they're both technically TNA originals, and who cares? I've got to be honest with you here. Shelley, in my opinion, probably the worst Impact champion of all time. He says, you did something rather impressive. You managed to win against the Motor City Machine Guns in a tag match. He says, but at Slammiversary, that momentum comes to a screeching halt. That Lio Rush is not winning the X Division Championship, and I actually kind of hope he's right. Shelley says he doesn't care what old guard he thinks Nick Aldis represents. He's doing it for his generation, which is funny because that's literally the same generation. Now we're going to get Kevin Knight versus, I believe, Speedball Mike Bailey is who he's taking on.
Yeah, this match I actually want to see.
Well, of course you did. I mean, Mike Bailey is one of the absolute best at doing it right now. Savage, I'll tell you something. Because you think, oh, well, you're always hating and bashing and, all that's on CM Punk. There is actually someone I beat up more than him in AEW, Fight Forever. And that would be the only person I dislike more than Punk, Jeff Hardy. I don't care if he's a legend. I get it. The man is a danger to himself and those he works with, and he needs to retire. But anyway, Speedball Mike Bailey coming out dressed like that Power Ranger outfit, which I love. I like Speedball Mike Bailey's attires. They look really good.
What do you mean? He looks more like a kickboxer. That's like kickboxer gear, dude. You don't watch kickboxing. You know nothing about Muay Thai. Don't even start with me. Your most experience with kickboxing is probably watching a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Oh, man, if you insult the Van Damme, we got an issue.
I'm not insulting Van Damme, no.
Okay.
All right, Speedball getting a chant, though. I do hear it coming through.
Yeah, he is. He's getting a good chance for the audience.
All right, so they don't have Hulk Hogan for the announce name, but I'm going to name him Awesome Hogan.
Hold on. Top 3 worst TNA champs: Ken Shamrock, Mick Foley, and Abyss. I don't know if I agree with the Abyss, but the other two I definitely agree with.
Nice takedown by Bailey into an armbar. No, reverse. He's trying to lock him up into a nice pin. Kick out. Bailey with a nice arm drag into another armbar. Slow things down. Nice pace by Bailey. True pro.
Game over. So what do you think, Savage? Do you think Collision needs a new belt?
Who?
AEW Collision. Do you think it needs its own title belt?
Oh.
Did you say no or oh?
No.
No, okay. I actually kind of agree with you. I know a lot of people are like, well, Miro needs to be a world champion. I'm like, he does, but he needs to be AEW world champion, not have some, Collision world championship because they won't give it to him on Dynamite. Ooh, Kevin Knight with a nice springboard crossbody. And Bailey looks like he's surprised by all this.
Nice moonsault by Bailey.
Mm-hmm. Nice thrust kick by Bailey. Oh, there's the moonsault. I just literally saw it.
Oh, there's Hulk Hogan's pose right there. Boom.
And now we're getting a commercial. Wasn't even sure what that was for, but okay.
He's gonna need a bandana. This guy's like the most bald with hair, so I guess I gotta go with him.
You know what's crazy? Like I'm trying to remember something now, and I can't remember. It's driving me insane. So I remember that because it's commercial. I can say this. So I remember that Miro beat Darby Allin to become TNT champion. Do you remember who took it off him?
Off of Miro?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Sammy?
Yeah, I think. Okay, now that you say that, I think you're right. I was just like, for some reason, I couldn't remember, and I was like, geez, that should tell you how little impact that title has actually had. It's like, I don't know. That title, to me, it feels like it's the consolidation prize at this point.
All right, so we got to start now. We got the baseline. That's the hair. Got a mustache. Body. Okay, obviously the bigger one. Hogan never had hair. Hogan was big. Hogan was billed to 6'8", but you can only go to 6'7" here, so I'll take it.
He was billed at 6'8"?
Back in the day, yeah. Hello. Playing and watching Impact and streaming.
Stop screaming.
Oh. And he was 325 pounds. Super heavyweight. Let's see if we can see a better face.
How much did you say?
325.
How hip? According to this, I'm reading that at his heaviest he was 302.
Yeah, but they used to bill him as 325. Like they would announce him at house shows. So what? At WrestleMania 3, they said at WrestleMania 3 they said Andre the Giant was 500 something pounds. He was actually 670 pounds. Which is insane. Insane how even Hogan held him up even as long as he even tried to, man. That shit was wild. All these faces like suck. Guess I gotta just pick one. It doesn't really matter. That does not look like Hulk Hogan. Young Hogan. Yeah, that looks okay. That's a little better. Can't really do anything else, right? Body type, hair type. Okay.
Do you agree? Let me ask you this, because they teased this last week. Oh, well done, Stephen Chambers. It's hard losing weight, man, but going from 500 to 380, that's impressive.
Why doesn't why doesn't it show his hair? He has long hair. What's going on here?
Well, that bandana covers the hair, I guess.
No, I don't want it to cover the
hey,
hair.
It's okay. Keep going. Right now, you're looking like you're making a white version of Homicide. Or no, not Homicide. Who was the big guy who used to have he would throw people? Hernandez. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah, I'm doing paleo and I've lost like 5 pounds in like 3 days. So, yeah. Diets, life changes are good. You just have to remember to stick to them. Mike Bailey now off the top rope. 1, 2, nearly gets Knight with that little move. I don't even know what to call it. Mike Bailey with a kick to the gut. Now a kick
no
to the
hair.
back.
Still no hair.
It's the bandana. Oh, goes for like a running moonsault and misses. Knight hits him with a really beautiful drop kick. Or I say it was beautiful. I like when they really get a lot of height to them.
Let me see which Hogan I'm going to do. Maybe I might do the... Should I do the original classic?
Who is the women's champion in this game? Oh, it's Thunder Rosa. Okay. I want to give a title to Hikaru Shida, but I'm actually not going to take it off of Thunder Rosa. Instead, I'm going to take it off of the worst wrestler in AEW's female locker room, Jade Terrible Cargill. Like, she didn't need to have a 60-0 record. She needed to have a 0-60 record. Mike Bailey nearly getting the pin there, but Knight pops out. It's so hard to watch this because we all know the only time a person should have Knight in his name if it's preceded by LA. Mike Bailey going for that patented kick of his. He misses twice, 3 times. Now going for a thrust kick but misses. And now, let's see what's he going for. Oh, goes for that kick, but Knight catches it. Oh, but he hits him with the back roundhouse. Then Knight hits Bailey with a top rope Hurricane Rana, going for something. Oh, Mike Bailey with a super kick right on the jaw. This has been a really good match. Really good showing from Knight. I don't think he wins this. I think Mike Bailey does, but I think that I think this has been a good match.
Well, it's been a great match, but that's because Bailey's just so damn good.
He is.
Why do the boots not look white?
RJB. Nice, I like it. That's not true. The real Knight is Michael Knight from Knight Rider. I mean, yes, but I'm talking about in wrestling, not shows from, I don't know, the Stone Age.
Great move. Great match. This has been a good match, to be honest. I mean, I'm watching it vaguely from the side, but from what I've seen, they're going.
Know, look, I'm going to be 100% honest here. In my opinion, if they were smart, they would put the title on. They would put the title on Bailey sooner rather than later if it was up to me.
This is the match we're all watching right now, folks. Bailey going against Knight. Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey for the Ultimate X preview. Look like Bailey's setting him up for the finish right here. Oh, he got that kick. It's over, brother. It's got to be over, right? He set him up for that big finish. Bailey looks hyped, man. Off the second rope. That height off the second rope is impressive. That height off the second rope. What's going on, Gianna? How you doing, brother? We love you too, man.
I'm
There's only
not
one
at
Bailey.
the.
Yeah, I love Bailey, man. I would love to see Bailey in WWE. I'd love to see him on that WrestleMania stage. I think he would
Oof.
kill it.
That was nice.
Accessory.
That beautiful kick, and now.
Where's the nice like cross? I don't even have a
Oof.
cross.
That though, I don't know, man. That move off the second rope, it was nice and it was good, and I'm glad he hit it. But it looked like he almost hurt his knee on it.
Slamovich having a vignette right now. Let me know what she says, Travis.
What she says is nobody cares what I have to say. No, I'm kidding. When it comes up, I will. I have my captions on, so it won't.
These
be an
accessories
issue.
are so fucking bad.
Huh?
These accessories, they don't really have a lot of good options.
You
And for
asked
some
for
reason,
more-
the boots, I keep putting them in as like, maybe it's those boots that just have a shitty color.
I don't know.
Let me see.
She's doing this promo in a foreign language, so I may not be able to tell you what she says. She says, bound by circumstance.
You're gonna have to go Google English to Russian and then translate it because the people of the Savage Kingdom need to know.
I am not learning that.
Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about, goddamn. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Get your ass to work.
I'm not learning Russian. I don't even want to acknowledge their existence. Not
Quiet
let
down,
alone-
noob. Joe Hendry's on his way. The best part of Impact is here. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Let's get the dance music going in here. Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
He's bigger than Bully Ray, dude.
Joe Hendry?
Joe Hendry's a big dude. He's not small.
He's not, but I don't think he's bigger than than Bully.
Yo, I didn't realize Chris Statlander and Duke Hudson were like making out on NXT.
Yeah.
It's funny.
What was she called at that time?
No idea. He's got the mic. He's smiling. He's got the title.
What? Oh. Damn it, I hate when things do that. God, it pisses me off. Sorry. I don't like when they do stuff like Chris Statlander is in WWE signed to Raw, and it's like, no, she's not. It's like, oh, this is on a fan site. Okay. She was on Creative Pro. No, she wasn't in. She was never in NXT.
There's footage, man. It's probably NXT UK.
No, she wasn't even in that. She was in Creative Pro for a little bit, and then she was in AEW. That's it.
Oh.
Let's see. Duke Hudson. You know what Duke Hudson's real name is?
What's that?
Brendan Vink. I can see why they changed that. He was actually part of the Mighty Don't Kneel for a little bit, which was Nick Miller and Shane Thorne, which were two guys who I still don't understand how they let them go. Oh, we're gonna change you to Slapjack. Are you? You're kidding me, right?
That's as good as it's going to get for Hulk Hogan right here. The options are limited. This is terrible.
Persia Perot was the name of the girl that he was supposedly making out with. Perot, let's see. Persia Perot. She competes now under Steph DeLander. Oh, she's part of AEW now, but she's only wrestled on Dark.
Okay.
There's your pointless trivia for the day.
I don't really care about the street clothes. This is terrible.
Here's a question for you. Do you think had Cody not screwed himself with the whole I'm never going to challenge for the world title thing again, do you think that he would still be in AEW, or do you think he was always going to go back to WWE at some point?
I'll go back to WWE.
Okay. I kind of do too. Everybody dies. You know who else is a really big man? Because I literally met him once. Man, I never realized. I mean, he looks huge on your TV screen, but you don't realize till you're standing up close and personal just how big Lance Archer is.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I mean, I think that there are times where I'm like, man, this dude reminds me of like what Big Show looked like during his prime.
All right, the move set, the most important part now. And have you been paying attention to the comments, Travis? Not at all, right?
No, I have. I've actually answered.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention at all.
That's not true, Gianna. There's no such thing as a stupid question except for the one you don't ask.
All right, so signatures. Falcon 1.
Well, okay, I take that back. There's also the stupid question of, is CM Punk worthy of being on TV? That's obviously a stupid question. The answer being no!
Finisher was a body slam. Signature.
Okay, so do you know, because you always hear people say, you know, oh, this is for a big man. It's crazy for a big man to do this. Like, I'm going to ask this. What, in your opinion, do you think, and I'm not talking about on a, like, oh, it's a one and done type deal. I'm talking about, like, on a regular basis. What do you think is the craziest thing you've ever seen a big man wrestler do?
Probably Big Show falling off the top of the thing.
Well, wasn't that a one-time only kind of thing?
Yeah, but that was the craziest thing I've seen a big man ever do. Like that, he was like 70 feet in the air or some shit. Like, that was crazy.
Fair enough. I was thinking, like, from a moveset standpoint. I don't think people realize this, but for a man as big as
I think Kane had the best overall big man movement. Like, in the Attitude Era, that guy, the way he flew off the top rope, climbed the top rope. I mean, Undertaker too, don't get me wrong, but Kane just, I don't know. Like, his clothesline from the top rope was nice.
What I was going to say, yes, and I agree with you, actually, now that I think about it. He had the best one. But every once in a while, man, I'll see him do it, and when Lance Archer does that old school moonsault, I'm like, that is crazy that a dude that big can do something like that.
Guess I'm gonna have to go with his power slam.
But, you know, because I don't feel like it's wrong to speak my mind on this site and in this chat, I mean, I may get booed, but I don't really give a shit if I do. So, I'm gonna be honest, I actually always liked Kane better than Undertaker. There was just something about the way Kane was presented that I found a little more interesting.
Well, that's your prerogative.
Are you saying you don't agree? If you don't, it's fine.
Kane better than Undertaker?
I think that he was, at times, the theatricality with him was a little more interesting.
Also more silly too sometimes.
True. You know, I was watching one of the shows the other night. So out come Kenny King and his student, whose name I can't remember. But so Joe
They have a
Henry,
leg drop as a finisher. This is awesome.
they do or do not.
They do.
Nice. My character's finisher is one of my personal favorites, which was I don't know why, but something about like don't get me wrong, I'm not saying the Hurt Lock is a terrible finisher, but there was just always something about Lashley's Dominator that I just really liked. That was a really good finisher.
Yeah.
So Kenny King is evidently going to wrestle with his hoodie on? That doesn't seem like a very smart idea. Oh, that's because he's going to tag out. Oh, and he's refusing to take the hoodie off because Joe Hendry called him a male stripper. So, you know. Who's Katie? I should know that name, but I don't. And I'm embarrassed that I don't. Katie Vick. Oh Lord, we do not talk about that. Okay, we don't talk about that, Gianna Forever. We don't talk about that. If you don't know who Katie Vick was, which until I looked this up, I didn't remember this. That was the whole Kane defiled a corpse storyline, which was stupid as hell. And we're talking like stupider than Kane and Jericho getting into a feud because he schooled. Because he got into a feud with. Some of the feuds in WWE make no sense to me. Yeah, it was, unfortunately. It was the one that led to him losing. Wait, he didn't lose his mask to Kane. Kane had to unmask after a match with Rob Van Dam, unless my history is wrong. Savage.
Yo.
You're the one who knows everything about everything. Am I not right? Wasn't it after a match with Rob Van Dam that Kane had to unmask?
Possibility. Don't want to guarantee it, but I think so.
Yeah, it was Rob Van Dam, Raw, June 23rd, 2003. And it was one of the greatest moments in my mind.
Beautiful fall-away slam by Joe Hendry. Nice kick up.
Man, everything Joe Hendry does. I'll take your word, Gianna, because I'm looking it up right now. And it says that the first time Kane ever unmasked was against Rob Van Dam. Oh, he attacked RVD after the match. Okay, maybe. Maybe it was the match you're talking about, and then he just attacked him afterwards. But either way, I actually liked when he had to unmask, and the reason being, like, you think that he takes the mask off, it makes him less of a monster, right? Well, then you find out
it was stupid because they said he was deformed, and he was never deformed.
Right.
He was normal.
Like, who's the scarier man? The one who is deformed and all that, or the one who his mind is so messed up that he's...
Dude, they said he was burned alive in his house, and then he didn't have a scar in his face. It's dumb. It's breaking kayfabe. They should have never did it. They only did it because they were out of ideas, and they did not know what else to do.
Hold on. I honestly think it's interesting, only because, like, how psychologically tortured must he have been to think this was true and go along with it if he knew it wasn't? Like, he honestly believed he was.
Maybe.
I think of it as like a horror movie, which honestly, I watched it for the first time like a week ago, and I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about. It wasn't Friday the 13th or anything, but that movie with Kane, See No Evil, actually wasn't half bad as far as horror movies go. Yeah, that I'll admit, that one was pretty bad. They shaved half of his head and tried to make it seem like he lost his hair in a fire. It was like, they should have just gone either. And now the shirt comes off of Kenny King, and Joe Hendry starts the male stripper jokes. Hendry just used a foreign object. Kenny King brought it into the ring. Matthew, can I just say, by the way, as far as announcers go, Matthew Raywalt is such a good heel. Like, I actually think he's a better heel announcer than Corey Graves is. Kenny King leaving the match now, leaving him on 2-1. Sky high from Hendry, or what does he call it? The standing ovation. 1, 2, 3, and it is over. Henry getting the pin. Oh, hey Jay. I will add you to stream.
What do you want, Mick? What the hell you want?
He wants you on here.
For what? To talk about what? Joe Hendry? The Scottish badass?
Do you like Joe Hendry?
Yes, but let's face it, he's going to lose this Saturday. There's no ifs about it.
No, none. None to me.
He is taking the L. He is taking the L.
Which, I mean, I don't know that Henry can't take an L here and there. I mean, even if he does, he's still an incredible performer.
For the last year, Kenny King has been putting on bangers and been consistent. He is definitely going to win this Saturday. It's his time.
Yeah, I actually agree with you. I think it is.
Former two-time division champ. Why not add the media champ?
Whoa, hold on. Did you say... Wait, is that right? No, he is a two-time X Division champ.
Yes,
I don't know why. For some reason, at first, I thought he was only a one-time champ.
Because he keeps leaving. Keeps leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. Just like Ring of Honor. Leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back.
Oh, my gosh. Don't even get me started. It's crazy. Like, I was reading something the other day talking about how, like, the WWE games are changed and all that stuff before they come out. Like up to a month before they come out, because Kenny King left Ring of Honor the first time because he signed with WWE. Never had a single match, and he was like, and they, he goes, for one of the games, they programmed me into it, and then they said, well, we got to remove you because, and I'm like, in my mind, like, Kenny King is one of the biggest examples I can give of, like, where I look at WWE releasing a guy and I'm just like, what in the hell were y'all thinking? Like, Kenny King...
He was on Tough Enough, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I remember. Pretty good.
Let's see.
Come on, Mick. What do you want to say now, huh? I'm here. I'm waiting for the next match so I can crap on it. I'm ready. And who cares about Kane taking his mask off? Who gives a shit? Damn.
Well, we're arguing it because Savage says it's stupid, and I argue that while the half-shaved head thing was stupid, I argue that I think it was actually kind of a good move, because who is scarier? The guy who's deformed or the guy who's so psychologically tortured as to believe something he knows is not true?
I don't know, but I don't know why the conversation was happening.
Well, I mean, it's a commercial break. What else are we going to talk about?
Impact.
I mean,
let's just watch Savage create a character.
Oh, I mean, I saw it. That is an unholy nightmare feud there.
I know I jumped on late, but Savage, did you even see the Mike Bailey match?
Yeah, I saw parts of it, yeah.
I'm
here.
parts of it.
I'm here. What else do you want from me, man?
It was probably match of the night.
Yeah, right.
It probably
Nah,
was match of the night.
Yeah, it probably was.
It was a
It
good
probably was.
match. It was a good match.
But that's because Mike Bailey is a great wrestler, and I don't know if y'all saw the interview today or not. They had an interview with Joe Hendry, and he said that in his opinion, Kenny King is one of the most and I know this word gets used a lot, but Joe Hendry said he thinks Kenny King is one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. And I'm like,
Why would we say that?
huh?
Why would we say that about Joe Hendry?
Joe Hendry said it about Kenny King.
Oh, but come on, you're gonna take all that work from what? Ring of Honor? That's probably his most successful run that he ever had.
Probably.
Pretty much. His first run in Impact really kind of was flat.
By the
This
way,
run,
I do
I
have,
like this run though. I think he's having a good run right now. And
I do too.
and you know what's crazy? Not a lot of people are seeing it because he's getting overlooked, but I'm seeing it.
Well, I have some bad news for you, Savage.
Here comes
I
that
most
boy.
likely, I know I won't be here tomorrow night, and I may not be here Saturday night because I'm going to go spend time with Grandma, help her do some stuff around the house. So, you know,
The
she's
brightest,
getting to
newest star we have here. Look at this.
getting to be 76 years
Leon
old and
Rush.
starting to need help. So,
Leon Rush.
Leo Rush is the hottest new star y'all have here. God, that's sad.
Oh, God.
Let-
If
let-
only
let-
this guy knew how to shut up, he would have stayed in AEW.
Let me ask you something, Jay. You think he'll be there for more than a hot minute?
I think this is his last resort. I think he probably realized I got to shape up and stay out
Let's
of
see. He's
business.
worked for Ring of Honor, WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, AEW. I mean, literally, he has a record, I think, at this point. Most times a person has been fired from a pro wrestling company.
Damn. Watching a promo here from the X Division champ himself.
Every single person in line for this exhibition championship. But guess what? At the end of that cheat code is the final boss. Former 3-time tag
I like Saban's intensity here.
world champion, and yes, 9-time exhibition champion Chris Sabin.
Yeah.
And this is definitely not scripted.
Just like every
No.
single wrestler who's ever stepped in the ring with me, you're going to be humbled. And always standing tall still.
Oh, this was good. I gotta admit, I don't even like the bastard, but this was good.
You don't even like what?
I don't even like the bastard like that, but that was a good promo. That was a really good promo. I really felt that.
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm actually looking forward to the match now because of that promo. I think that's what sold me. Because Leo Rush, let's face it, I'm not really sold on him. Probably one of the greatest athletes we have ever seen in Impact Wrestling ever. Future Hall of Famer. First ballot. Moose.
Who are we talking about?
Moose. He's not
I
as
don't know
big
about
as Bully
Hall of
Ray.
Famer, but
What? Are you crazy? From being
He
a
has to do
stooge
more
behind
first. I mean-
EC3? What? What has he not accomplished in this business in Impact? Tell me. What has he not won?
no,
Please
there
tell
you
me.
go. What has he not accomplished
He's
in
done
Impact?
everything. What, you gonna
In
go for the
Impact.
X division?
In Impact, as Savage likes to say, until
First
you
ballot,
make it to
First
WWE,
ballot
you
Hall
haven't
of
done
Famer,
anything.
Impact. First ballot Hall of Famer, Impact. Period. No
Oh, okay.
ifs.
Yes, I would agree, but
And here comes Savage's buddy, Ryan Myers, coming down to the ring. At Myers_wrestling. Please follow.
I gotta say, I love Moose's entrance. There's something about it, just like it reminds me of a little bit of Lashley. It reminds me a little bit of Goldberg. And I think it's good. Like, you don't see that kind of presentation for a guy that you don't take seriously.
I used to love when the robes. That was my favorite.
When what?
When he came out with the robes.
Oh, yeah.
That was my favorite. Like, he had some good. I remember he had like a purple one that was really fucking nice, like a purple and white. I was like, wow, this shit look awesome. I was like, wow. Here comes dancing all night from promotion to promotion, Rich Swann.
Hey, as we saw, Moose is a pretty good dancer too. We just we're not sure that kind of dancing was kid friendly.
Jesus Christ. Poor Moose.
I actually thought that was really good. It gave Moose an opportunity to show that, you know, there was more to him than just a big I can beat guys up thing. Like he took a chance of, you know, kind of showing, hey, there's a funny side to me too.
That is
Plus,
true.
that match had a Sega Dreamcast controller in it, so therefore automatically best match of all time.
Yep. Let's not face it. He's like, didn't Moose self-proclaim himself as champion?
I mean,
remember that?
Yeah, but he defended it and did a good job, so I say we count it.
I thought it was awesome.
Oh, yeah. Did you see that match he had with EC3? That was a phenomenal match.
Yeah, that was good too.
So did you hear EC3 has announced he's now going to make Control Your Narrative more than just a show. It's also going to be he said it's also going to be a school and a vocational training system. I'm like, in other words, basically, it didn't work as a promotion, so you're tweaking it. Got it.
Come on. How you going to say all these wrestlers suck at Impact? There's no way, man. They were in Ring of Honor.
No, absolutely not. I'm
They're
sorry,
saying Brian
John.
Myers suck. Oh, man. You hear that, Savage? They're saying Brian Myers suck.
Nah.
Well, bigger than that. Hold on. Bigger than that. If you're saying that you think Mike Bailey sucks, you're smoking something that is most likely not legal.
I'm going to say this, Richard. I still got Moose. I got Moose.
Yeah, I got Moose too. I mean, I like Savage and I respect him, but again, I know this is going to sound terrible to say, people, but I see Savage better as a manager.
Stay tuned for the documentary Savage coming this fall.
Stay tuned for what? I didn't hear you.
Savage documentary coming this fall, right after Party with Marty. Woo, Party with Marty.
Did you just... Oh my God. Okay. Savage, we're going to need you to go off on Gianna because she just said Mike Bailey, just said Mike Bailey is overrated.
What Mike Bailey is underpaid.
That is true.
Did y'all see that great interview today that came out? I think it came out today. It might have been yesterday, but it was with what are they calling him now? Is it Cruz del Toro or Joaquin Phoenix? Anyway, the guy who used to be DJ Z in Impact. They said, so, you know, what's the best thing about working for WWE? And the first thing he goes, well, it's nice to get a paycheck on time for once. It's like, yeah, Impact has a problem with that.
Because he was during the good time in Impact, but at that time they didn't have catering and all that shit.
Oh, Rob Van Dam, 49.
But this is actually a good match. I can't believe I'm saying this. Moose is actually selling great over here.
Well, I mean, this is a good match. I mean, look, Sami Callihan is talented.
Moose with the Irish whip. Swan. Oh, it's a kick to the face. Another kick to the face.
Yeah. Yeah,
Brian
Zima
Myers.
Ion. Zima Ion was good in Impact.
So was Robbie E, if anybody remembers that.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Stone.
He was good too. He was a champ too.
Yeah, I didn't feel as much for Robbie T. I didn't really care for him, but yeah, Robbie E was phenomenal.
They took advantage of what was popular and it worked. At that time, though.
Who's got the echo? Somebody's got Impact playing in the background.
It's probably me. I love Impact.
I know you do. You love it so much. You love it with all your heart.
This is actually a
Did
good
you guys
tag
hear
match.
that
It's actually a good
there's
tag
new
match.
there's new rules coming to AEW? No more selling moves like you're having a seizure.
Oh, so there's not going to be 10 guys catching someone when they jump outside? It's going to stop?
No more contact with any fans whatsoever. And this is the worst part. Pay-per-views once a month starting next year.
Thanks,
Oh,
Richard.
God.
Appreciate that.
Once, hold on. Are you telling me once a month we're gonna have to deal with a pay-per-view? Way to go, AEW! You're. I guarantee you now, your roster is gonna get injured so much that you're gonna be on a constant rotation.
They're always injured. Every single one. I
You
wouldn't be
can't
surprised
bleed
if
in the. You can't
wouldn't
bleed in
be-
the crowd anymore.
I
Damn it!
would
What is
not
John Moxley gonna
be-
do?
I would not be surprised if that caller from
He's gonna have to
Busted Open this
retire.
morning said that Nick Wayne is injured. I wouldn't be surprised if that caller was actually true about it.
Of course, it's the network that wants it, man. They're sick of their bullshit. You know. I'm sure they're gonna get a lot of heat for last night. MJF getting blowjobs from 4 women in the banya.
Oh, hold on. Stop. Now, that was not inappropriate at all. MJF deserves that.
Says you.
That's silly.
Says anybody.
No, not somebody with an 8-year-old kid.
Oh, well, you know what? An 8-year-old kid shouldn't be watching AEW anyways.
Yeah, maybe they were watching by accident. I don't know.
These commercials are killer, man.
Yeah, these commercials are worse than the Busted Open commercials.
I don't even know what a Super Beats deal is. Like, what the fuck is this, bro?
But where do we draw the line, Savage? Like, in my mind, like, and I know there were probably people who did this, but, like, if you let your 8-year-old son watch ECW, for instance, that was on you. Good night, Gianna. I hope you get some good sleep. But, like, if you let your kid watch ECW, that was on you. You knew what ECW was. You knew it wasn't meant for kids. It's the same thing with AEW. That's not meant for kids.
That's great. All I said is the network ain't gonna appreciate it, man. The network don't care about what Travis thinks.
You
They
know
don't
what
care about what anybody thinks.
You know what they should do? MJF and Adam Cole should come out and cut a promo like the DX one. We apologize to the network. We are not going to say beep or bleep or beep or bleep or bleep or bleep.
You guys really love the pairing of Adam Cole and MJF a lot.
It's entertaining.
I do not agree with Travis.
That's not even Adam Cole.
I think MJF needs to stop doing these little stupid things. Like I wasn't a big fan of that body slam segment. That wasn't
I didn't
cool.
like that at all.
And the body slam stuff was
thought that was cool. So that's a take on what you just said because you're like,
they're Canadian marks.
Let's go back in
time.
And steal more shit. Or not even steal, but let's redo shit that other guys that famously.
This character you're making looks like Chris Candido. This is what it looks like.
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore, man.
Yeah, well, Gianna, you know what? If anybody respected your opinion, which they don't, but if anybody did, you would be on this show, not me. So until you're on the show, you don't get to tell people to go to bed. And if you don't like that, you can turn your opinion sideways and shove it right up your candy ass.
Yeah, Gianna, if you want a link, I'd love to see you and Travis argue live. That'd be great.
Yeah, well, you might be the only one who wants to see that.
You don't know.
What is going on here? Watching a woman lose weight. It's crazy. Okay, here we go. Back to Brian Myers right now. Headlock on Rich Swann.
Oh, bullshit, you allow me to be on this. You ain't got shit.
Gianna's going a little far, but I'll let it ride.
Rich Swann right now. Ooh, nice insecurity by Brian Myers.
You want
Going for
for
the
me?
pin.
At
but
the
a
end of
two.
the day, they can come on and argue with me, Savage, because here's the thing. I don't know. Like, Gianna is someone who is a fan.
Don't
She
piss me
is,
off right now with your bullshit.
sorry, he is a watcher, and therefore I care about their opinion from that regard. But am I going to take anything they say seriously? No, I
Here
don't
comes
really
Moose.
mean anything.
Jesus Christ, what a beast.
Oh,
Former
God,
seventh pick
I'm still on the
overall,
freaking Go
2011.
Life commercials.
You could see why he was a Patriot. Moose with the power bomb. No, it's countered. Swann. Oh, Moose. Swann. Reversal. Moose. Oh. Rock bottom slam.
See, Richard's cheering for me. So you already have one person. I already have one person more than Gianna will have cheering for him.
Right now, what's crazy is Brian Myers and Moose is working well as a tag team right here. We haven't seen much of Sami Callihan. Maybe it's because he gained 10 more pounds every single week.
The camera
Jesus
adds 10
Christ.
pounds, period. So for Sammy, that's not a good thing.
10 times 2? Rule of 2?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I thought it was rule of 3.
I don't want to bite off that. I'll just use 2. I still say Rich Swann gives the worst chops. I'm sorry. I'm not feeling his chops on Moose right now. Can't believe Moose fought.
I don't know
Swann
why
many
they
times.
needed to mention the fact that. I don't know why they need to mention the fact that Moose and Myers had their first loss as a tag team to the previous tag champs. Like I don't know. I don't get this.
It might happen. It might happen tomorrow. A drunk Jay might happen tomorrow. It's every day.
So
It's
basically,
every
what's
day.
up? What's up, Jay? I love you, my brother.
What's up?
going
I'm trying
on,
to
man?
cover this show. These guys are talking about fight forever, yada yada, beef. You
Yeah, I
guys
don't know
are
this
battling.
guy here. This guy Travis, I love you, man. That's my brother. But you know, first of all, shout out and much respect to Savage. What's up, my brother? Love you.
Sammy with
How
the
could I
chops.
not acknowledge you first and foremost, my brother?
Sammy
But,
Bulldog clothesline.
Travis, man, I don't understand, bro. I look at you and I say to myself, self. I don't know if you remember who said that, but I say to myself, wow, this guy, this jabroni, is on here, and he shows me love. This is my brother, and he looks like if Seth MacFarlane had an affair
Oh,
with
whoa,
Rosie
stop,
O'Donnell.
stop. First of all,
like this is
I
not.
can't look
This is
anything
not
like
what-
Seth MacFarlane. I have a soul. Seth MacFarlane sold his to Satan years ago, so we're not going to talk about that. But
God bless him. I'm going this way because this is annoying. Yeah, I'm better now.
But no, you know, Gianna. In all seriousness, if I didn't care, I wouldn't tease back and forth with you. I don't do that with people.
This might be the
I don't do
saddest
that. I
Hulk Hogan that I've ever created in
That's
any.
like the worst.
It is.
Hulk
Again, your Hulk Hogan doesn't look like Hulk Hogan. He looks like a white Hernandez.
What are you talking about? I bet you when he starts wrestling, he looks like Hulk Hogan, though.
No, he'll look like white
Armstrong back in
Hernandez.
the day?
Look at him. Yeah, that's Hogan right there, baby. Look at him.
No, that's prime steroid Hogan.
Oh, Cutter.
Look at that. Pop, boom. Power bomb.
Who's in the ring? Who is that? Dominic?
Oh.
Wait, Judgment Day on Impact now?
Low blow to Callahan. No, that's the referee apparently.
All rise for the Judgment Day.
Moose.
Oh, looks like Moose Knuckle got the win with Michael Myers over here. Who?
Brian Myers.
Exactly.
If he was Michael Myers,
Sammy.
he would be more watchable.
Ooh.
Oh Lord. Richard Ingrassi is saying he wants a drunk Jay doing SmackDown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Might happen. I said it might happen.
Might happen.
He's part of the staff.
Sammy with the DVD driver. Here comes Red Swan.
Our
And that's
numbers
the
for
cool thing.
SmackDown
There
last
it
week
is,
were
450.
ridiculous. We had almost 500 views for that
It's
stupid
over.
stream, so I don't even know how. So
Nice.
Well, for SmackDown in the Garden.
That was a
Ridiculous.
bad
I'll tell you
SmackDown.
one thing. They got Saturday Night Main Event coming to Nassau Coliseum.
Like, look, I
ringside
wish we could
tickets.
say that it's all of our back and forth and all
is that on
but-
TV?
No.
Is that going to be on TV or?
Now
is
they're
it-
gonna
But-
tell
Nah,
you.
it's a house
Never
show,
is.
but they try to dive it up.
And what the
Ringside
tickets are?
ringside seats are like $130.
Oh, that's cheap.
Thumbs
Hell
up.
yeah.
Wait a
Saturday
minute.
night,
Myers.
fuck it.
Oh.
So I would love to take credit and say it's our back and forth is why people were on here. It was 500. But the reality is it's because anytime Roman Reigns is going to be on, there's going to be people watching.
Bro, they had like 3 million viewers on fucking SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. No question.
Look,
They hit
look,
a 3.
look at this. Look at the
Hogan.
leg drop.
Jesus.
He's
Look.
done. He's done.
Look, Roman Reigns went from being a guy nobody
It's
wanted
over.
to watch to now he is
Now
the
we're
one
ranked.
everybody watches.
Tested it.
Who was that?
And Brock-
Luchasaurus?
That is going to haunt my darkest nightmares.
Listen, man. Jay, you remember the Hulk Hogan I made in No Mercy and you couldn't even do one move on me?
Probably better looking than this dude.
It was. Yeah, I made him. And No Mercy had like 1,000 more options than this game. No
I'm
Wait a
Mercy
pretty
is
second.
still
sure
better than this game.
YouTube got videos of how to make certain wrestlers.
Nah, there's just limited options.
pretty
There's
sure.
nothing you can do. I just spent the
I seen
fucking
a
hour
Roman
in here.
Reigns.
What are you talking about?
I seen someone made Roman Reigns on the AEW. It looked all right.
They probably look like shit.
All right.
What is that? Hogan's Beach Shop right there?
Sure.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, I remember this guy. Wasn't he in NXT UK?
Yeah, they need a community center just like 2K has where you can go and download.
What was
all
that?
the
Mark
fucking
Andrews? That was
wrestlers,
Mark
not have
Andrews.
to make them. Who's got time to make wrestlers? You know who?
Yeah,
People
Mark
with no
Andrews.
lives.
Mark Andrews, right?
That's who sits there and makes these wrestlers, Gianna. It's not me. It's not me. I don't got
It
time
looks
for
like
this shit.
it looks like you created like the Beach Bum with Matthew McConaughey.
This guy looks like one of the Beach Boys on steroids.
Yeah, man.
Oh, look at this. I have no problem saying this whatsoever. I create my custom character the way I want them to look. That takes me maybe about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'm like, I'm done. I can't spend more than that because I'm like, it just drives me crazy.
Travis,
As long
what's
as
your
they got
favorite
those
wrestling
leather
game?
pants.
Travis,
As
what's
lo-
your favorite
as long
wrestling
as they
game
got-
of all time?
My favorite wrestling game of all
Doesn't
time, and
fucking matter. What anything, man? No, I'm
Don't
losing.
care.
Where'd we go?
so
As long as they got
favorite,
the
but I am
ass
going to
and
answer
strap
your
for
question
Travis.
regardless. I'm going to answer it regardless. My favorite wrestling game.
What is it?
I know that people are not going to agree. That's fine. The favorite wrestling game is still the first wrestling game I ever played, which was the original SmackDown versus Raw. That was just a really good game.
That
I've
was
never
better than
played
Here
No
Comes the
Mercy,
Pain.
so I can't say anything about it.
Yo, look
That
at
wasn't
little-
better than Here Comes the Pain.
Look at little Darby Allin over here.
I never
putting up
played
such
Here
a
Comes
fight.
the Pain either.
Here Comes the Pain was.
Sure ass up.
Jay, you know about Here Comes the Pain.
I
That's probably
want
like the
to,
best one, I think.
and I'm probably going to try and
Yeah.
get it for my PS2 emulator, but
Bro,
Which is-
you had Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, Dudley's. You had everybody on there.
Ricky,
that game
I'm-
had probably the craziest roster.
so you know what, Ricky? I'm going to ask you a legitimate question here, okay?
I'm taken. Thank you.
There's so many. I'm straight. I'm not interested. Anyways, there's so many options now, and they're trying to go like, here comes No Mercy and da 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 and all this stuff. Do you think at this rate, instead of going, okay, here's WWE 2K25,
No, they
do
have a
you
contract.
think
Shut up.
they should do like a
They have a contract. All this is irrelevant.
here comes the pain
Here we go. You
like
still have to get
remake,
it
but
out.
with current day roster.
Listen to me,
Do
man.
you think
The
that
only
would sell?
The only thing they're remaking is the exact same game they made last year. And they're going to add like a few things. That's it. There is no
And yet
remake
we'll
of
still,
anything
I'll
coming
still
out.
buy it. I know I will.
2K does not do remakes the way like GTA does, like or Rockstar, you know.
Oh,
By the
I
way,
hope
Red
not.
Dead.
I hope
Red
not
Dead.
because GTA does remakes terribly.
Well, they didn't do remakes.
GTA is the new one. There's a new GTA coming out.
Well, GTA 6 is coming out next year.
There's
GTA 6 is going to be terrible.
Yeah, there's a trailer. There's a preview about it online.
It's a fake one. It's not real.
Okay.
No. I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna send you the link.
They're all fucking fake. Stop it. Go to Rockstar unless it's on Rockstar.
I have people on the inside, and I have people on the inside and on the outside.
Ravish and Ricky Ramone. I don't need to laugh right now. I'm not trying to die laughing right now from your bullshit. I don't care who you know on the inside.
I mean, you might as well die laughing because you're dying in the game.
I'm telling you, unless it's on Rockstar's fucking YouTube page, it's bullshit.
There we go. Back to the fucking show.
I hope the
What
leaks
show?
are not
What show?
true.
There's no show.
Because look,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not a
lose
Grand
in Darby
The
Allin.
white Ricochet? Who is this guy?
I'm not a Grand Theft Auto guy. I'm just not. But with that being said, I think that what they have right now is a winning formula. If they go, well, we're going to try and appeal to people and not be as offensive, and we're going to take out cussing, we're going to take out strip joints, we're going to take out beating up hookers, we're going to make it a female character, you're going to alienate your entire fan base.
What are you
Like,
talking
that's
about?
why
They're
they
not
play
going to
Grand
do
Theft
that at all.
They're
Their
going off the
priority
rails.
in life is to upset people. Their priority in life is to push the boundaries. Their priority in life is to make the games that other people are fucking scared to make.
Then why
Like,
is it
other
they're the
games-
ones talking about doing all that, getting rid of all this shit?
They're not getting
All of
rid
that is
shit.
happening because they're gonna have a streaming deal with Max,
Who
HBO,
will
and they have
win
to be in the
this
guidelines. For them.
Ultimate X match.
That's all it's about. Tony Khan's making that big money now, so he has to listen to the investors and whoever else is going to be a part of it.
Whoa.
That's just what it's becoming now.
He's
What's
talking
going
about.
on? We were talking about Grand Theft Auto, and you're suddenly on AEW.
I'm on Impact.
Yeah, I think we're all fucked. This show's
Who
going
is
off
going to
the
win
rails.
the Ultimate X? I got Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan
cares?
Gresham.
I got what's his name? I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care either. Tomorrow night, I'm going to try to care about the bloodline. It's going to be hard, though. It's going to be hard.
This guy looks like a modern day Bill Alfonso over here with this hat and this damn mustache. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Good
Tom
God,
Hannafin.
Ricky, making references from like 10 decades ago.
Yo,
Slam
you know what I
versus-
like? I love how Frankie Kazarian comes out and talks about, I'm going to bring out the original knockout. And it's his wife, Tracy. And nobody gave a damn. Like, nobody cared. Like, this is Impact is like Alex Shelley's the world champion 25 years too late. I mean, this is ridiculous.
That's what I
mean,
said.
come on. And he's going to beat Nick Aldis here with some shenanigans. And I'm telling you, this is ridiculous, man.
I might switch it to Albert.
Aldis
tell you
ain't
what.
winning the title.
Okay, let's
Playing
just
Call
go
of
ahead.
Duty without sound is not easy.
Deanna is going to beat Trinity. There's no question.
Scott D'Amore is an idiot for fighting Bully Ray.
This is
Who's his
horrible.
partner? Tommy Dreamer.
So bad.
And he will win.
Predictable.
unfortunately.
That's what he's going to
That's
pick.
so bad.
Whoa,
That's going to be
hold
a partner, bro.
Dreamer's already fighting.
Is he
on.
going to double? He could get double booked on Impact.
Mike Bailey
So it's
needs
gonna
to
be
win this
Bully-
Ultimate X match.
I got Gresham.
So what does
Who's in
that
the
say?
Ultimate X?
Dreamer and who?
Bunch of people.
Darren McCarty? Who the hell is Darren McCarty?
I don't know.
Looks like you
NHL.
remember Darren
Probably
McCarty looks like a
NHL
guy
scrub.
who should be part of Men at Work.
Now, let me ask you a question,
I
Travis.
got Killer Kelly on this.
Okay.
Does Aldis win the championship here
100%.
and faces
I got
Macklin?
Isn't Slammiversary their biggest show of the year?
This is like
Yes.
their WrestleMania.
Exactly. So
No,
They-
no,
It's
no,
Bound
no,
for
no, no,
Glory.
I'm
Bound
lying.
for Glory. is like the
Slammiversary is like their SummerSlam. And
Yeah,
Bound
that's
for
like
Glory
something.
is the WrestleMania.
All right, so then maybe he won't win. He might win it at Bound for Glory then.
I think if he does win his
I
first
got
feud,
him.
he's gonna lead to
When
a feud with
is Bound for
Saturday.
Glory? Is that the next big one?
Bound for Glory is like October, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's
I don't
like
think that's the next
Yeah.
big one.
No.
There's gotta
I
be something before that.
no, they're gonna have
I
other
don't
pay-per-views,
know.
but I'm talking
No,
about
like
like
something.
The next
like
big
their
one.
marquee, their marquee one.
I don't know. I had read an
I always
article
thought there was
saying.
something before.
I think this
Look
will
at
be
this.
the
I
big
can't
thing.
even fucking shoot people.
I
I
read
gotta
an
sit
article
here
the other day.
and look at all this bullshit.
This is good. This whole video package, I'm really buying into him winning. I think he's
So
gonna win.
stressed right now. I just want to shoot someone in the fucking face.
Who doesn't think Nick
Uh,
Aldis could beat a scrawny Alex Shelley for a world title? Hardly.
I think that Nick Aldis wins,
This
win
is
or lose
perfect for
will
him.
depend on this. I read an article saying that right now he's only signed a short-term deal with Impact. So if they can get him to extend that deal, then I think he absolutely wins the title. I think that if they can't, they're probably not going to give it to him.
If I'm booking
This
this,
is perfect.
I'm having Mickey James come out, cost him the match, and say, "I want a divorce from your ass," and that's the end of it.
But that's not real. They're happily married.
I think these
You never know.
styles match well because he doesn't even have to do much in the ring. Basically, Shelley's gonna do all the work. It's perfect. It's a perfect match.
Yeah.
He's limited in the ring. Let's face it. He's in his 40s.
Gonna
So
get tossed
who's
around.
Damian Priest?
This
Here's
is
my
perfect.
thing with
This
that.
is
You
a
talk
perfect
about
match,
Damian
I think.
Priest. You talk about Damian Priest, and I see your comment about Dirty Dom winning the title. I think
Could
Judgment
happen.
Day is getting shoved down our throats a little bit here.
Yeah, like the
It's
bloodline
getting too
wasn't
much.
though. Like the Usos weren't.
No. But I get what you're saying, but it's like there's no reason to do that with them.
There is
You don't
a
need
reason.
to have
There is a
Judgment Day,
reason.
bro. Judgment Day in every hour was in a segment somewhere, somehow.
Well, listen,
Or
it was
match.
kind of overkill with NXT, but at the end of the day, you're
Yeah.
trying to get these guys across to new fans. You're trying to create new fans for them, and you have to make them look strong.
Look.
I'm not done talking. I'm just saying, when kids look at these guys, if they're losing week one and then they're winning 1 week, they're not going to look at them the same way, Ricky. A 7-year-old kid wants to see a winner. They want to see people that are winning matches.
Here's my thing, Savage, right? And everybody here, right? I think if you're trying to make NXT will never be black and gold ever again. We'll never have that time back. Never.
That's not true.
So my thing is this. If you want to supposedly now make this a third brand and you're bringing everybody over there, what you need to do is you need to take NXT on the road. You don't have to use big venues. They got the small venues you could use for NXT and move around.
I think they are doing house shows though. Not as
No,
many.
I don't know. I know they're doing that.
They
their
do
PLEs,
they
I think
do
it's like out
they
of there.
do little tours, bro. I think
Yeah.
they do like 3 little week tours here and there. Like it's not like WWE, but it's better than nothing.
Here's the thing. This is just for me. I want to see Dom win that U.S. title. One,
Why?
I think it's
U.S.
What?
North American.
North American. What? You know what? Let's put it this way. I want to see anyone who is not Wes Lee win the
No,
title.
you guys heard it. It's gonna be LA Knight versus the Austin Theory for that U.S. title at SummerSlam.
I hope it is, bro.
That's what I've been hearing, and LA Knight's going over.
That's the plan. is
Somehow,
that he's
yeah, and
gonna go
I
over.
heard there's a rumor of. Did you hear the rumor of Stone Cold possibly putting somebody over, and it could be LA Knight?
Probably. No, I heard
Giving him
somebody
the rub.
Somebody wants to really rub him.
Oh man, if that happens, Kevin Nash is gonna have a field day. Oh
Hold
God,
on,
he's gonna have
stop.
a heart
First of
attack.
all, don't you
Big
know?
Sexy.
Don't you know?
Yo, Big
Somebody
Sexy
wants
went
to rub
off on LA Knight, bro. Hating on
Somebody-
him.
He is
Oh,
pissed, bro. Why
the
is he so
queen-
mad? Like what? Everybody's taking something.
It's like,
from
yo,
him.
your life is so
The
good.
queen
Why
of
do you-
wrestling is here.
Whoa, hold on.
Ah.
Your life is so good. He just lost his 26-year-old son. I think that's not great.
I'm
But
not talking about that, man. I'm
I
saying
do
in
think
general,
that
like
Kevin
you know.
Nash has
But-
become very jaded. And it's like, for him to say, well, this person's a ripoff of this, you spent half of your career playing ripoff.
Listen, bro, you know what it is? He's got a good manager, and his manager knows how to get heat, and he knows that heat gets numbers for his podcast and new viewers and new subs
Yeah.
and heat, hot takes. That's all it is. It's a hot take industry now.
Yeah.
All these guys that ain't
And-
wrestling
and-
anymore,
Yeah, and not only that, Kevin Nash is the type of guy that he does that because he wants to throw a bone out there to see if WWE will call him and be like, "Hey, you want to go in the ring with LA Knight? You want to have a feud?" Like he knows what
Hey,
he's doing.
Ricky,
He's
you
trying to
see
get
this little
money.
noob? Ricky, you see this little noob? Look at him.
Look at this guy. He's what is he napping over there? What is he doing?
I'm
Is he
messing
watching?
with him.
Oh,
I'm
he
messing
must
with
have
him.
been He
I'm
must have
messing
fell
with him.
asleep watching Impact.
Probably.
Poor guy.
I'm still alive though.
You know,
So
you know what? Because you just said it. Kevin
Oh, there's a guy
Nash.
down here. Ooh, right here.
Kevin Nash wants to see if they'll call him back, so they can go, "Hey Nash, you want to break another hip in the ring?"
yeah.
As Diesel 2.0.
That was a good one, Percy Pringle. That was a good one.
Good God, man! I have to look up half of your references.
Nah, Travis. You know who Travis could look like if he shaved and like got a sunburn? He could be
Mick
like
Thompson.
fucking. Nah.
Whoa! Stop! You just called
He
me
could be.
Paul
He
Bear?
could be.
I thank you for that compliment.
Listen, he actually no. Well, you could be a multitude. If you don't shave. Actually, he shaved too. But you're gonna get me killed right now with the bullshit we're talking about. Fucking bitch.
Oh yes!
Piece
The
of
hell is that?
shit. No, I was gonna say he could be Jim
They do
Cornette.
weird noises. I don't know.
He can be Jim Cornette
He could be.
Jim Cornette.
Hold on.
with a tennis
I-
racket.
You know.
What's his
honestly,
partner? What's Cornette's
honestly,
partner?
you know,
He could be
Brian.
Brother Love. He could
Brian.
when I
be
first
Brother Love.
when I first saw Travis on your show, bro, I was watching. I said, "Holy shit!" I said, "That's the guy that was in the gym with Cornette and the panel," and he told them, "It's real to me, damn it!"
That guy's a legend. That kid's a legend, man.
You know
That was
what?
a classic, bro.
I'm
I
not
love that
sure
video.
a dude who looks like a less talented Bronson Reed should be taking anybody.
Called you. Oh, less talented Bronson Reed's still pretty.
Wow.
It's kinda
Thank you.
talented.
Appreciate it. Tsunami.
Again, I don't tease back and forth like that if I don't respect the person. So,
Jay, what do you think about this, Jay?
I think this is the most silliest shit I ever heard. I'll tell you that. You guys are going off the rails.
that's why you come on
Savage is just
Wrestling with
joining
Savage,
in
is to
whenever.
watch people go off the rails.
Yeah.
Savage
Because
is
every
joining
time
in
somebody
whenever.
goes off the rails, anytime a car goes off the rails, we inevitably get what we always say. It's like a train
all right,
crash.
let's take bets. How many times is Mick Thompson going to ask me to play his video tonight before this show's over?
6.
I don't even
Mick
think
Thompson,
he's here.
shut up.
I
Enough,
don't even
Mick.
think he's here.
It's enough. I'm done with this stick. This is me
Make a
talking
new
for
video.
myself. Enough
Make
with
a
the
new
stick.
Make a
video.
video. Make a new video.
I think this may be the first time I agree with Gianna tonight. But yes, make a new video.
Make a new video.
What?
Make a new video. I'm tired of that same video. It's a new one. Played that shit way
Yeah.
too many times.
There's what's her name? Perazzo in the ring with a samurai jacket on.
Yeah, samurai jacket. That's cool.
Definitely the top star here in the
Like
women's
Samurai,
division.
Oh, I cracked him too.
I
He's on the
hate
roof.
that women's
Samurai,
title
like-
sucks.
like- Ancient Japan samurai or samurai like the cyberpunk thing?
She's like a samurai from Las Vegas selling herself. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that she's that woman.
You're just saying
What
that because you wish Deanna would sell herself to you.
No, absolutely not. She is that. Who's that guy in the crowd? Was that Willa Yuta's brother? Who the hell? What is this? This is like
No,
double.
it was Wheeler Useless. He's trying to see if he can come work for Impact because his AEW, it's not working.
Deanna Purrazzo
Nah.
would never make it in WWE because she's too much like a. She's she's not believable to me at all. Her promo is not believable. She has a nice
Chelsea Green is better than her.
I would say so.
They didn't know what to do with her. That's not fair. They were classifying her as some MMA background in WWE, and it didn't really work for her.
No, but he's
Oh
not
my
lying
God.
about the promos,
And
though.
look
I
at
mean,
this chick.
she-
Who's
she
this
can't-
chick on the E-pills in the ring? Who is
If she
this?
can't do promos in front of 100 people, what makes you think she's going to do promos in front of like?
Wait, whoa.
Million.
What?
E-pills?
Right now? Right now.
Who is this?
Is it Giselle Shaw?
She could definitely cut
Jody
a promo
Threat? Who
better
is
than
this?
any
Who?
I'll tell you what. She
Exactly.
could definitely cut a better promo than Trish right now.
Oh yeah, well that's not saying much though, bro. She's out of
No.
practice too.
Deanna
mean-
Purrazzo, not for nothing, man. Look at
Deanna
the pamper on
Purrazzo
that girl, man.
could go.
Jeez.
She could
Ricky
go.
could.
I'm not saying
could
wrestling
go.
wise. Yo, wrestling wise, she's fine. She just definitely needs work on her character and her promo a little bit.
Ricky
But
could cut a
she's-
better promo than Trish Stratus right now.
Purrazzo,
She had a great
Purrazzo,
match.
Purrazzo's
She
been
even had
around
the
too
first
long.
Iron Man match. Like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
she's good in the ring, but she's got to have the whole package by now after all these years, man.
I think she got
At
it.
this point, she's got
I
a
don't
she's got
know
a
that she'll
title
ever
that looks
go
like
back.
I think she got it.
I don't
she's
know
got a
that she'll
title
go
that
back
looks
to
like
WWE
a
mostly because
COVID.
there's
Look
a
at this
lot of
match.
fucking
Listen,
piece of shit.
the only
Fucking
reason why I love
motherfucker.
her because she defeated someone I truly hate with all my heart. That's Thunder Rosa. So kudos. Kudos.
Whoa. Okay. Jay,
Yeah.
show us on the doll, where did Thunder Rosa hurt you? Like, you're like, I truly hated her. Like, why? You've never
I
even
knew
met
She
it.
is
Look
a
at
little-
the camping pussy.
I think when she was, I guess, so-called healthy before the injury, I don't know. It was just something about her gave me the wrong rub. Every time I saw her fought Britt, I was just seeing two things like too many real. I kept watching it back. Looked like a lot of heat. It looks like, I don't know. She looks like the type that if you go to the back and you ask her for advice, she'll be like, yeah.
Who are you talking about right
I'll
now?
tell you. I'm talking about Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
A lot of people said bad things about her in the back. I remember she worked with some rookie and
You know what?
caused some
Y'all
little
are all a bunch
backstage
of
heat because the
assholes,
rookie was
constantly calling me
messing
a
up.
fat person.
Like,
I'm
she's
trying
a
to work
rookie.
on it.
But why would you shame? Why would you shame someone trying to learn and
Assholes.
call them out in the ring?
Yeah,
Like,
Richard, you're an asshole.
There's a match on
I don't know.
What an
Uh,
asshole you are, but I'm trying.
Just defend yourself, Travis. It's okay. Fuck these guys. You know what they
No,
used to
it's
say?
okay.
Big people back in the day, all that means is that you ate good. You know, back in the day, people
I do
didn't
eat
have
good.
money to eat. You know, me and Ricky, we're eating good. You're eating good.
Mick
Jay
Thompson.
over here looking hungry.
Hi, Hassan.
Mick Thompson.
What's up?
I don't know what you're saying about picking me or Jay, but I think we all want you to just pick yourself out of here. Okay? That's it.
Make a new video.
Didn't you tell him to go play with himself
Make a
yesterday?
new video.
Yeah, go play with yourself.
Do you think he does play with himself? Is that a regular
Listen,
thing?
I don't. I think we all play.
You know
with
what?
ourselves.
You know what? This
But-
right here, same thing as AEW. You don't let your kids watch Wrestling with Savage. You don't let them watch AEW.
I would imagine that's quite the sight, Ravishing Ricky. Mick Thompson going to town.
I'm still here.
He'll be ravaging Mick Thompson.
Oh yeah.
Just ravaging that shit. Just going to
Come
town.
on, Deanna. Fuck. Got it all right. She is the virtuoso. She is.
And then when he's done, when he's finished,
Go, girl.
stay tantalizing.
Nice, nice takedown. I gotta say, the Impact referees
Shout out to Tantalizing
are a hell of a
Tony,
lot
of course,
better
my brother.
than the
Shout out to
AEW.
Tony, man.
Yes.
These Impact refs are better than AEW refs, 100%.
You just said who's the
Everyone is better than
The
AEW.
refs in Impact.
Yo, the ref
Wow.
at the ref at the local bingo
How do
hall
you
is better
not
than most of the
love
AEW
Deanna
refs. Though.
Purrazzo?
AEW refs are
Hell.
lit like clowns.
I could be a better
Yeah.
better
Nice.
ref than an AEW ref.
I don't like
Listen,
how they be
Travis.
holding ladders. And
First
then
of all-
get
First
involved
of all,
too much,
let's stop
way
getting
too
out of
much.
line. You can't be a better nothing.
Yeah. Deanna, no.
I just thought I would show Gianna my inner circle impression.
Put that thing away, man. It's a kid show.
You're talking about Mick Thomason going off and playing with himself. This is not a kid show.
Yeah, he's gonna go play
It's a
with his.
late night.
What kind of
show.
sick perverted fuck are you, Travis?
Yeah, man. We're
Yeah.
talking about his
He's
action
a crazy
figures,
man.
man.
Whoa, stop. What kind of sick perverted fuck am I? I'm literally the sick perverted fuck you've made me into, Savage.
I did no such thing. I just provide a service for the community of professional wrestling.
Ooh,
I didn't put a gun
Nice
to your head and make you watch this show.
Who's the guy that's married to
good
Gwen
show.
Stefani, the singer? What's his name?
It's not Mick Thomason.
that
You know what I'm
country
talking
guy,
about, right?
The one with the
Yeah,
hat.
hold on.
That hat, goofy.
I
Guy.
know who you're talking about, but his name is not Blake Shelton.
That's you.
There you go.
Yeah.
You hate country
Flake.
music.
You're Flake Sheldon.
No,
okay?
that should be your gimmick, Travis. Since you're like in Texas, you gotta kind of like lean into the cowboy shit. Go get a hat,
Yeah,
get
bro.
a guitar.
Country music.
I'm telling
Why?
you, listen,
But
get
why?
yourself
That's
a
your
nice
family.
hat, a nice
No, it's
cowboy
not.
hat, right,
I-
Savage?
I'm
Nice
literally
cowboy
not
hat,
related
nice
to him in any
boots,
way.
some
Nah,
spurs.
that's your dad. Come on.
Put a pair of assless chaps on and just get your ass on out of there, man. And just do your
And if that's
thing.
the case, that means your dad's rich. He's got the money.
I'm either not drunk enough or too drunk, and it can't be the latter because I don't drink. So
Let me tell you something. Travis says, "Man, I hate my life, man. This house sucks." And then as he walks out of the guest house and walks into the mansion of his parents or his family, you know, this guy's got it good. Don't let him fool you guys. This is a great guy. He's a humble human
murdered
being.
against.
He doesn't show you that he has the Maserati and the Benz. This guy's a humble human being, a handsome son of a bitch, and that's it. That's all.
well, thank you.
I'm not putting.
I'm not that well off, but thank
I'm
you.
sick of this.
No. No, and then there's Travis. That's
Savage documentary coming this fall.
Terrible.
I
Like, you know, Ricky, these guys over here, they're like, you need to do a documentary on yourself. I was like, no. I was like, I'm not doing anything on myself.
Coming this fall.
If you guys want to do something like that, that's on you. I'm not going to do a documentary. I'm not going to make a show to interview my
about
fucking self.
himself. Like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not good with the slides and shit, but I'll just ask
What's
the
up,
questions.
everybody?
Everybody jumps on. That's it.
What's up, everybody? We're here tonight to just show love and gratitude to me. Okay, like that sounds crazy.
I'm cool.
we're here so you can all s- me off, so I don't have to do it to myself.
I
Don't
feel
forget to hit that. Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, guys, please hit the like button. It does help the channel.
does it? Does it?
Supposedly.
Watch-
Listen, you know what
Don't
helps the
forget to
channel?
watch
Just
Savage
consistency.
documentary this fall, baby.
Consistency. None of this shit will mean anything until probably 4, 5, 6 years in. And then at that point, I might start seeing a penny of revenue. And then if you grind for another 5 years, maybe, just maybe, you might make a living out of this.
It's
Maybe.
got like every fucking video game. Every 5 minutes, changing a new game. Like,
You got a fucking problem
What
with
is
my
going on?
library?
shit. Like a fucking GameStop.
Don't make me turn on the switch. Turn on the switch.
Excuse me.
I don't
Actually,
even
yo,
understand
I gotta
Richie.
take the PS5 out of the living room. Yo, today the kid tried legit putting a Cheerio inside the disc drive.
Are you kidding?
I saw that shit, and I was like, oh, it's a wrap. R.I.P. for systems out here.
How old are they?
Yeah, be 2 in a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Not even. He'll be 2 in 1 week exactly. Which is insane. I don't even know where the fuck the 2 years went. Like fucking.
Oh, don't. It's just gonna go even faster.
You shut your ass up. Go have some kids
the
first.
documentary. We're gonna add it to the
Jay's got
documentary.
2. It's no joke.
You gotta
Ricky
find
knows
me
the
a
deal.
woman first.
Well,
I don't know how
back.
How does Tony do it,
Too
Ricky?
many.
Doesn't he have like 12 kids? Tony's got a lot
Tony
of
has
kids.
a lot of kids.
He's got a lot of kids.
Well, what are you doing? What the hell do you mean you have a 2-year-old? You're Greek. You're supposed to have like 30 by now.
Yeah, well, maybe 10 years ago. 20, not even, probably 20 years ago. Today's economy? Really?
Those records are confidential.
I'll be lucky.
Today's
if I get-
economy in Greece, you ain't got any kids.
I'll be lucky if I get out with 2.
I'll tell you one thing. This match absolutely sucks.
Yep.
And there's nothing
I like
appealing about this match. There's Deonna Purrazzo and
I like it.
some chick in
course
front
you
of a
do, Jay,
store
because you're
begging for
contrarian.
change because she's
She's
looking
on my
for
top
beer. And she's in the ring and has no business being in the ring when she should be by the store looking for a beer.
Damn.
I don't know who this broad is. She looks like Wendy's logo from the
Better than
restaurant.
Thunder Rosa.
She is better than Thunder Rosa, though.
Anyone is. I don't know why. I never got behind Thunder Rosa either. Like people were like, "Oh, she's so cool." I'm like,
She got a bad rep, man. She has a bad rep.
Do you think Deonna Purrazzo sits there and like, man, I know, I'm gonna get a call from Triple H one day. I know
I
Vince is
think
gonna
so.
call me,
yeah.
I think
and she
so.
sits there miserable and bitter because it doesn't happen.
They could use
Well,
it.
her career, her contract's not up until I want to say September. So I mean, there's a chance that when that happens, she does get a call from Triple H.
I'm
Chelsea's
gonna
in.
say something right now. I'm gonna say Tessa Blanchard's gonna be in WWE.
Tessa Blanchard will never be in another company.
I think her and her father go to WWE, and he's her manager.
I don't think Tessa Blanchard will ever be in any of the big companies again because of the
If
shit
Tessa
she pulled.
Blanchard, if Tessa Blanchard shows up at the Rumble, do you think she's gonna get a pop?
I'll be shocked.
Who was
but
the
I
one?
think maybe.
Who was the one that wasn't selling at all to someone? I remember I saw some match, and it was I don't know if it's Tessa, that somebody had a match and wasn't selling at all. I don't know. Was that her?
It might have been, but I know
maybe.
this.
Because I know she got a bad rep for that.
My issue with Tessa Blanchard is, and we're gonna go a little.
I know
off,
this guy's pissed off. I just threw him like 4 times.
little off the rails here, just a tiny bit. But she did one of the things that absolutely
piece of
bugs
shit.
the shit out of me, which is, and not coming out about it, but the women who come out as part of the Me Too movement, and then it turns out it's completely false. Because it's like that discredits.
Right, now, dude, you're going off the rails on another level.
You're welcome.
Bro, we're talking about now. You started talking about Bill Cosby. I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Well, just start talking about fucking Epstein Island and just fucking.
Yeah,
I don't know a damn thing about Epstein.
Start talking about Emeril Lagasse. Bam! I don't know what's going on.
That's because you don't remember what happened. You used to live on that island, but then they moved you out around 12, 13.
You can kiss the
they
part of my ass.
The kids they have on that island, they don't like hair on their body, So once they get the hair on the body, they have a rule. They must go.
Well,
don't they say the goose? I think that's what they do when they get rid of them. The Goosey Lucy's go to Susie.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time?
Breaking news.
Hey, Travis, do you remember that experience that you had with Bill Clinton?
With Bill Clinton didn't have an interest in kids. You're getting him and Michael Jackson confused again.
No, the
What
island
the hell are we talking about?
The island had many things on the menu. It wasn't just little kids. They had young kids, big kids, old ladies, old hams, pigs, dogs. If you want to fuck a fucking zebra, Epstein would make it happen for you. He'd set you up.
I've only been out of my state once.
The tightest asshole.
There was a room there that you walked in, and it was literally, you wouldn't see faces. It was all assholes bent over, and you would pick which one you want to deal with.
Really?
That's what I heard.
What the fuck was wrong with this dude?
He knows how to make money, man.
Pick a hole, make a hole, and pick a hole. You know what I mean?
Jeez. This has, without a doubt, been the weirdest episode of Wrestling with Savage.
Nah.
I'm ravishing Ricky Ramone, and sometimes that happens.
That's okay. I've actually, as weird as it sounds, like, even though I'm like, jeez, like, I actually enjoy this kind of shit. Like, this is just 4 guys shooting the shit. And that, to me, is what's missing in the world these days. You can't even have conversations with each other because somebody goes, well, that offended me. Like,
Gianna Perazzo just tapped out Gigi Dolan's mother, but she's still the champion.
Mother's better than the daughter.
Yeah.
Yo, stop shitting on Gigi, man.
I mean, it's not shitting on a person being accurate.
Here we go.
Gigi Dolan.
It's not Gigi. It's Adam Page.
He's better than JC Jane, bitch.
I mean,
they're both bad.
A wet paper bag is better than JC Jane.
I don't know why, but I think you should put Chelsea Green with Gigi Dolan.
Gianna Perazzo. Gianna Perazzo and Chelsea Green together.
I think that would work, and you would expand Gigi Dolan to another realm in her character development. And here comes, is that Jazz? Who the hell is this?
Trinity.
Who is this?
One of the biggest stars in Impact.
Is that a man beating up a woman?
Are you talking about Giselle Shaw? That is a man beating up a woman.
Oh.
It is, and here comes some big chick with pink hair, and she's moving really slow. This must be their version of Dewdrop. Whatever. What the hell happened to Piper Niven, huh? She's just disappeared. Thank you, Vince. Vince is back.
I want to know where Elias is, God damn it, or Ezekiel. Somebody better get back.
Thank you, Vince. Where's Omos? Wait a minute. Where's Bobby Lashley?
Who cares?
Bobby Lashley is
Where's
supposed to be
Riddick
on this
Moss?
Friday.
Bobby Lashley will come back when it's time for the Hurt Business to do their thing.
Bro,
Bobby Lashley will come
Where
back when
the
he damn well
hell
feels
is-
like it.
where the hell is Hulk Hogan when you need it?
Hulk Hogan's at the bar right now, chilling
Hulk
out.
Hogan ain't coming back anytime soon.
Hulk Hogan's
my
gonna have a
God.
retirement match against Ric Flair next year.
Who is this? Who is
We're gonna
this?
call it the last rights match.
Ric Flair's last match against Hulk Hogan.
No. Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan in their last rights match. Well, you put them inside a coffin. No, we're
That's
literally
right.
going to read them their last rights before they
Oh, here
have
comes
the match.
here comes
Here we
Trinity.
go.
Here comes Trinity
Here we
Fatu.
go.
Those guys ain't dying for another 20 years. They're
Here
gonna go
comes
well into
Trinity.
their 90s.
She's representing the gay community, the LGBT with the flag colored hair
Yep.
here.
Well, she's
Got like the
literally
rainbow
trans.
colors in her hair, yeah.
Okay,
She's going
sorry,
after the
sorry.
big chick. This
For
chick
those
is
of
crazy.
you who are watching, let me be clear. She is part of the trans community. I'm done.
Travis, you're going down the road. I'm not
Powerful
following you.
punches.
I don't care if you're following or not.
Not doing it.
Men should not be allowed to compete
man,
against
who-
women. That simple.
Who produced
Nobody.
it?
Wait a minute. This is why there's no interest in this.
Why is
Nobody
there so
is
many
going to
people in the
go
ring?
from being a SmackDown Women's Champion to wanting to desire to
Why?
be the Impact Knockouts Champion.
Oh, it's just a matter of
That's
time before Vince
necessary.
calls, or sorry, not Vince, before somebody calls Trinity back.
Why was this all necessary? It's too many people in the fucking ring.
I've read online, which of course you never take this with a grain of salt, but I've read that they've already
What's the
tried to
point
reach
of
back
this?
to Trinity, but she's already locked into a Impact contract. As soon as it expires, she's out there.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. They will buy that contract out, send them some royalties, and then Impact won't care. They won't.
No,
What do you mean? WWE would just be like, hey, we're gonna fire these 6 guys from NXT. Just give us Trinity back. They'll be like, okay. Like, okay.
Yeah, we'll give you Parker Bordeaux.
so Gianna,
We'll give you
Ricky,
Gigi
whatever you
Dolan,
call it.
JC Jane.
I want to hear your
Nikita-
opinion.
Nikita Lyons. And you know
And
what?
Wendy
Fuck it.
Chu.
Take
And
that
Wendy
guy
Chu.
that Jay doesn't know if he's Indian or whatever the fuck.
Nah,
Eddie
give
Thorpe,
him
too.
Lash Legend,
Listen.
that trash legend. Give him that too.
I know there's some people in the chat that really know their wrestling. Look, I don't know who Eddie Thorpe is. I don't know if he's Native American. I don't know if he's Latino. I don't know if he's a
Yes.
DJ. Please, somebody tell
He's
me what he
Eddie
is.
Thorpe is an AI.
Eddie Thorpe
What's the
is,
point of
how can I say
having
this in the
all
nicest way
these
possible?
women in the fucking
Eddie
ring?
Thorpe is a
Turtle.
no. Eddie Thorpe is a.
Oh, that's
I'm trying to think of his name. The guy that they kept billing as this is Ultimate Warrior. He's coming to WCW, and then it was the Ultimate Renegade or something. He's about as talented as that guy.
He's the Shocker. Shockmaster.
Shockmaster. God, there's a throwback. So let me ask you this, Ricky, because this is the first time you've been on long enough that I could. Top 3, we're going to say TNA, not Impact. Top 3 TNA World Champions.
AJ Styles. Number 1 for me, Jeff Jarrett. Some people might find that hard to believe, but
Good save.
he was the Triple H of TNA, holding that title and holding everybody down. I'll give it to him. I'm gonna give it to like I said, AJ Styles. And I'm gonna say my third one, man. I'm gonna just say it, man. Perk Angle. I'm gonna go with Perk Angle for my number 3, man. I enjoyed Kurt Angle in TNA because he was a crazy son of a bitch.
I think that's a good list. I'm going to be a little different. I'm going to say AJ. I thought Jeff was a great champion. Like you said, Triple H of TNA. And for me personally, just because I've always been a fan of him, I'm going to say Raven. But that's just because personal bias there.
Yeah.
Raven there was something about the way Raven presented himself that I feel has been lost. Like you
Underrated.
like he was saying some of the craziest shit. You could tell he believed every
Raven
word
should
of
have
it.
been Raven should have been a way bigger deal than he ever was.
Oh,
He can
yeah.
go in the ring. He could put on a banger. You knew that. Raven could go in the ring. He was psychological. He was methodical. He knew when to do it, so he wasn't boring. And yeah, man, there was a rumor that the Flock was supposed to feud with the NWO, and they just nixed it because Raven was too big, and he was getting bigger than Hogan in WCW at one point, and they didn't want to do that. Sad, man, but it's the power of the
I
machine.
think
Whoever
what
they're
killed
behind.
I think what killed Raven's career was two things. I think one, because there's some real beef between them. I think that Kurt Angle was kind of, at the time whispering in people's ears, going like, this guy, you don't want him to be and all that. I think there's that. And then I think it's almost like a CM Punk type situation where Vince was like, yeah, but this guy doesn't look like a world champion. It's like, okay, but who cares? If he's having good matches, which he was, he's well in the ring. I mean, like good on the mic, great matches, has a good look. Why would you not put it on him? Oh, because he's not 6 foot tall with biceps on top of his biceps?
Let me tell you something. Professional wrestling loves to show these big athletes next to these little referees, and everything is just an image thing. It looks good on TV, so that's the main focal point. But my
I'm
thing
gonna
is,
say this, and then yeah, I'm gonna take my my adult moment of the night. Vince is a size queen slut. There's no question. No
yeah, he
question.
is. I love this guy. This guy's great. Look at him, Omos, next world champion, right there. What? You know what the hell he's talking about? He doesn't even watch the show. He just books what he wants.
And
yes,
the
everybody,
one
he
time,
is in charge.
the one time he got it right, he just looked at a dude and he was like, big, huge dude, this guy's the next big thing, and it's Brock Lesnar. That was like the one time he got it right.
He tried to do it with Nathan Jones. He tried to do it with Mark Jindrak. I'm sorry, not Mark Jindrak. Jindrak was another one, and he failed that.
Chris
And
Masters.
then Chris Masters was a mix of bad creative to me at the time. Because I think with him and Carlito, that dynamic, they were rocking as heels, man. You knew that. Him and Carlito and Chris Masters, when they were together, like doing their shtick, money.
Yeah, Chris
But
had some
they
personal.
They don't capitalize on it because they wasn't. Maybe they had some heat backstage and they didn't want to push Masters. I heard Masters had some heat before.
Well,
Back
Chris,
in the
Chris Masters admits this. He had some real personal demons that he needed to get under control, and he did it in time. And he said, so when WWE fired me, was I pissed? Yeah, but at the end of the day, he goes, I know that really was kind of my own fault.
Yep.
And here's what I don't get. The absolute hypocrisy of WWE at times. Like somebody was talking about this yesterday. They were like, they won't put the title on. They say they can't put the title on this guy because he violated the health and wellness thing. And it's like, meanwhile, Randy Orton's at the time, Randy Orton violated it 3 times. And it's like, but yet y'all are still putting titles on him. It's like they overlook it for the people they want to be a champion. But like, I guarantee you this tomorrow. If tomorrow it came out LA Knight was using steroids, they'd go, well, you can't have the title now. And it's like, but yet Triple H admits that he abused the hell out of steroids. It's the double standard hypocrisy of WWE that just drives me insane.
It's the name, man. Randy Orton. Look at Velveteen Dream. Coke user.
Such
What
a
they do with him. What they do
sad
with him.
story there.
Coke user plus he was, touching inappropriate girls and shit like
We
that?
don't know if that's true. We know that he sent.
The Coke thing is true, though. That's on TNT.
Well, the Coke
That's
thing is
true.
The Coke thing is true, yes. What we don't know is supposedly, according to him and according to his girlfriend, this is true. He meant to send. He sent an inappropriate picture to her 14-year-old brother. He meant to send it to the girlfriend, and he hit the brother's name instead because they're right by each other on the phone. Now, I don't know if that's true. Only certain people know what this real story is. That's the story he says. That's the story the girlfriend says. That's even the story the kid says. but WWE found out about it and they were just like, no, we can't have somebody sending inappropriate pictures to a 14-year-old kid, even if it was by accident. And it's like,
Well, they also did an investigation, and they said that he was clear. Like, there's nothing. Then they took him off TV. They brought him back as a heel because he was getting booed all over the place, and then something else came up, and that was the end of it.
yeah, it's
Sad,
crazy.
too, because I always thought he would got not a big push, but he would have got a nice push when he made it to the main event roster.
I always looked at Velveteen Dream as one of those guys who's like
Like,
all the talent in the
What if?
world, and this stuff started coming out, and you were just like,
there's also who's the other one? Marty Scurll, right? Savage. Marty Scurll will be in Wrestling Universe, I think, in August.
Yep.
That's gonna be an interesting one. I think I'm gonna have to go see that one.
where is this at?
Queens,
Wow.
Francis Lou.
Jeez. Unless I get a plane ticket, I ain't coming up there anytime soon.
But that should be an interesting one because I always liked him. I always thought he was gonna be AEW when I first saw that New Year's Eve video, and then all that bullshit happened, and then I said, "Oh, that's just a lie. That girl's lying," and it turns out it was fucking true, man. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker.
I mean, and
16,
again,
bro. 16.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, look at what happened with Riddle. That was completely made up with that girl. The problem is, it's hard for us to know, us as fans to know, this person is or this person isn't. It's easy for us to go, well, this person's been a jackass, so of course he was doing this. But this person I really like, so he's not. But the reality
Is this shit show over? That's what I want to know. Is it over?
Impact? Yeah, it's over.
It's over. It's over. Thank God it's over.
Dude,
It's
yeah.
over. I'm hot. Jay, I'll be here for SmackDown if you want. Join me.
I mean, you're a 5, maybe.
It was a good Impact show, I thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I barely
You
watched
see,
it.
Steven Chambers says.
You guys
Steven
keep it
Chambers said
going
his
though. You
mind
got people
boggles.
watching you, man.
Steven Chambers said his mind boggles. I agree,
Really?
but it's the name. It's the name, like I said.
Oh, hold
Randy
on.
Orton. Matt
Why
Riddle.
do you? Why?
They're gonna
I'm not
keep him.
disagreeing with you, but why do you say it's mind-boggling? Riddle is still in WWE.
Oh, that was Steven Chambers.
You said you agreed.
No, I didn't agree. I just said Steven Chambers said. I just saying that a name, especially like Matt Riddle, Randy Orton, that's gonna bring money and attention. They're gonna stay. They could do whatever they want.
Yeah,
Do whatever. Smoke some pot.
and I like
whatever.
that there's been.
Do whatever you want.
I
Yeah,
like there's so many guys that WWE just does not. Triple H knew how to book that WWE did not. Like, if Triple H had been in charge of booking, and I honestly believe this, had Triple H been in charge of booking, Robert Roode Bobby Roode, whatever you want to call him, would have had a run on par with his NXT run.
Bobby Roode, I think. Wow. Wait a minute. Bobby Roode we're talking about, right? That's it. I'm surprised you guys left them off on your top TNA champions. You should definitely be on that list. Hell yeah, he had a good run. I think he was
Him and Raven are interchangeable for me. Personal bias, Raven, but realistically looking at it, I would probably put Bobby Roode as number 3.
Number what? Of all for the champs of all time in Impact?
Styles,
Styles
Jarrett.
number 1.
Styles, Jarrett, Roode. For me.
It's too tough to call, man. It's not fair. But if I had to do a 3,
Doesn't have to be in order. Just give us your top 3.
I'm gonna say Sting. I'm gonna say Bobby Roode. I'm gonna say AJ Styles.
That's a fair list.
I always liked Sting as champ. I thought he
Sting was
really good.
booked so good in Impact.
Yeah, and the main event shit with him and Angle. I know Angle in it, but that's why I don't like narrowing it to 3 because there's a lot of champions that had a really good run because they were on fire. If I had to say
Well,
one,
Steven agrees with you. Sting, Rude, Styles.
yeah, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah,
That would be my
I'm
top
gonna
3.
if I'm gonna
That would be my top 3.
expand it,
And you know what?
well, James Storm was only
Steven
TNA
Chambers.
champion for like one night.
But what?
Steven Chambers said no love for James Storm. I'm like, he was only champion for one night. Because Bobby Roode challenged him the very next night, bashed that beer bottle over his head, turned heel, and I remember thinking this, like at the time, I fucking hated Bobby Roode. Like, man, I like as soon as he walked in the room, I was like, I can't wait for somebody to take this title off him. But I'm like, but now understanding heel versus face psychology, I'm like, that's the response that he should have been getting.
Yeah.
Like Roman Reigns, I know people who are like, man, if I would leap the barricade and beat the shit out of Roman Reigns. And I'm like, that's the reaction he should get.
I'm gonna throw a curveball right here. If who had a hot run as champ and killed it and down and gory all that, I'm gonna say Mr. Anderson.
Yeah,
but he wasn't champ. He wasn't champ that long though.
No.
He
But let me
wasn't a
ask
long
you,
champ,
Jay,
but he had a hot run.
do you think if Triple H had been in charge of WWE, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, whenever it first was, do you think that Bobby Roode gets called up to the main roster and would have had a run more like what he had at NXT?
Yes, but I think when he came up, it just didn't work, man. From the
No.
intro to when
I am
we
going to
was
say
booked,
this.
it didn't
I am a
work.
huge Bobby Roode fan. Huge. But you know what the number
Should've
one
never
thing
changed
that I
it.
would never say about Bobby Roode is? And I mean, yes, admittedly, okay, long hair, Bobby Roode as part of Beer Money and all that, but short hair with the flashy robes and the, glorious, that entrance, that is a heel. Turning him face is the stupidest thing you could do.
But I didn't like how they brung him up. They changed it all completely. The video, the production, the presentation.
The only thing they didn't change was his music.
Like, yeah, but I didn't like when it said Bobby Roode. I was like, oh man, this is bad. I was like, this is so bad. I was like, maybe it's a one-time thing. Let's see next week. Same thing. I'm like, oh man, this is bad.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that's been TNA champ probably don't get a lot of love.
Oh, you know what? I'll give you another great one.
Okay.
In my opinion, for WWE, called up to the main roster, nerfed completely. And yes, I could go with the obvious Karrion Kross. I'm not going to. Shinsuke looked better in NXT than he has on the main roster.
Right, but Steven Chambers said something really crazy here. He said Eric Young. I agree. Eric Young had a real good run as champ. I would probably put him. It's either 5 or 6 for me. One of those spots.
Well, Raven was in my top 3, Steven Chambers. You were on here when I said it, but my top 3 were Styles, Jarrett, and Raven. But I'll swap out. I'll make Raven 4 and Bobby Roode as my 3, and then number 5, I'm gonna go a weird one though. But I actually thought Samoa Joe was pretty good as world champ.
Yeah, I was thinking that as my 5. I thought I was a little conflicted.
Plus,
I would put Young probably 7 or 8, I think. But I probably would give him the 7 nod.
To this day, and we saw it once in AEW, but one of the things I missed from Impact Wrestling, TNA, whatever you want to call it, that Samoa Joe, was like when a guy would go for a springboard and Samoa Joe would just be like, nope, just walk off. Like, I'm like, if you look,
Samoa Joe had a great run.
In the 2 months, well, not 2 months, it's been, I think more like 4 or 5. In the 4 or 5 months that Samoa Joe has been in AEW, he's had a better run than he did the entirety of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because if ever there was a guy who was perfect for WWE, it's Samoa Joe.
Top 5. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Would I put Nick Aldis there? Maybe. But not really.
I mean, he was interesting as a champ, but I don't know that he would be up there with the others.
I think it's all that group and all that silly shit he was doing.
I mean, if we're gonna include our 6, my number 6, right? Because I actually enjoyed him as a champ, right? But I actually enjoyed him as champ in Impact. Eli Drake. Like you watched Eli Drake and you could tell this dude was going to be something special.
It just wasn't a long run to me. I don't know.
It wasn't a long run, but it was a good run. Of course, if we're going to go by length, I mean, we got to include EC3. Went undefeated for what was it, like 2 years?
EC3. There's Moose.
Well, yeah. Christian Cage was TNA champion for a while.
That's true.
Bully
Ray.
We all know who the worst TNA world champion was, and that's Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Well, let's not forget that. What is it? Victory Road?
God, we will never let that go. You know what? To this day, as soon as that Victory Road thing happened and I found out what the story was, I was like, man, if I'm a wrestler, I ain't stepping in the ring with that dude.
Yeah, Bully Ray. I would probably put Bully Ray at probably number 8 or 9. Probably 8.
Man, God, Steven Chambers, I'm so mad at you right now. Not because you said a bad thing, but because I hated that they said they teased that whole Aces and Eights reunion thing, and it went nowhere.
Does Bischoff's son even wrestle still?
Yeah, I think so, on the indies.
Gosh.
Worst TNA champion, Ken Shamrock, I agree. And it's crazy that I'm saying that, but I agree.
I don't really think there's been really bad. Well, I never liked Rich Swann and all that silly, goofy shit they're throwing at us. So, yeah.
So if I'm going to give a top 3, I'm going to give a top 3 worst, okay? Hold on. Oh, good Lord. List of Impact World Champions. Okay, so one of my top 3 is the current world champion. I think Alex Shelley is a miserable world champion.
Let's find out.
Mick Foley was a pretty bad champion. Jeff Hardy, we know he was terrible.
I forgot about Mick Foley. That's right. Mick Foley.
I'll be honest, I didn't really care for Matt Hardy as a world champion.
It was overrated, right? It was like too much.
Pentagon Jr. wasn't.
And the kid.
Pentagon Jr. wasn't a very good champion. He only held it for 2 days, so.
Oh God, this is horrible.
What?
Ah man, I can't believe you said Mick Foley. That's crazy. What about? Oh, I don't even.
I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad that they took this title off of Steve Macklin, who, in my opinion, earned it, deserved it, good worker, and they put it on Alex Shelley. Alex Shelley, are you fucking kidding me? Alex Shelley over Steve Macklin. Are y'all insane?
EC3 worst one? Wow, that's crazy.
EC3 worst? You're insane. Jay Lethal, I don't think was ever a world champion.
I don't think so.
Impact, but he was one in Ring of Honor though.
What about?
And who could ever forget that? Who could ever forget that?
I probably. What about who's the one with the I always thought he was gonna be a big time player.
Matt Morgan.
He was in WWE.
Matt Morgan.
Yeah, he's bad, but there was what's his fucking name?
Chris Masters.
I think he beat Sting. He beat Sting on the Impact, and I was like, they're gonna. When I saw that, I said they're gonna give him the belt, even though it was a one-on-one singles. Gunner.
Yeah.
That was bad. Gunner.
Well, I'll tell you this. So he's been a lot of really good championships, but no, he was never. He was never.
Gunner was
Jay
bad.
Lethal was never world champion.
Gunner was so bad.
Not an Impact.
God. You know who I hated too? That I don't think he won the belt, but I hated Crimson from that amazing, that tall guy that he was like unstoppable.
Yeah, I didn't care for him either.
I think he was Amazing Red's like cousin or something in the storyline. I was like, oh my God, like, this guy cannot be destroyed. He's horrible.
Yeah.
Just get him away on TV. Just get him out.
I mean,
he was bad. He was so bad. I was like, no.
Well, first of all, Gianna Forever, I agree with you. Alex Shelley is trash. But
Mick Foley.
Man, there's so many ones that never just strike me as crazy. I always thought Matt Morgan was going to be a world champion, and it never happened.
What about... I'll say one worse one before I get out. Abyss. That didn't go nowhere.
Yeah, no.
It was flat.
Yeah.
Well, let me get out of here, Travis.
Night. I'm going to go, too. See you guys.
Get out,
let's
Steven
see.
Chambers.
I'm going to play
everybody.
the thing. I'm going
Love
to
you
play
all.
the thing, and then I'm out.
Love you all. Good night, y'all. Steven Chambers, everybody making your video. Make God sake, Jesus, Rick. Thanks for coming. Savage, Travis. Good night, y'all.
Night. Yeah.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live as a champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.